Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So thank you for coming. This is I am Dr. Siti Mazwana Shamsuddin, the head for academic development, student and resources, the one that will organize, my team will organize for the seminar for today, this 2-day seminar. So before we proceed with Dr. Nizam, I would like to give a briefing on the conduct of the seminar. Okay, so the seminar will be held 2 days. The seminar will be held today. So this is the first day. For science and technology cluster, you are going to join by platform. What?
Eli boleh dengar dulu kat sini.
Tak dengar.
Boleh tutup kau.
Can
Tak
some
boleh.
mute, please?
Masalah dia.
I don't know who. Okay. All right. So you will be given an attendance form, attendance plus feedback form, and together in the form there will be an assessment. There will be 10 questions, 10 marks each.
Yang
So,
sistem tu apa dia?
sorry, who is that? Okay, done. All right, so assessment will be given after each module ended. Okay, after each module ended, the organizer will show a QR code for you to scan. The QR code is for your attendance and feedback form. Okay, so all of you will have to scan the QR code, or you can screenshot it first because you have until 5th of July to complete the assessment, to complete the assessment plus the feedback. Okay, notes will be given later after we finish the 2-day session. I'll contact everyone via your email, and I will give you a link to OneDrive for you to download the notes. Okay, and then what else? Today we will have 4 modules: Module 1, Module 2, Module 5, and Module 7. So tomorrow you will complete the other Module 3, 4, 6, and 7. Okay? So no worries, the secretariat will be here with you. So we are going to communicate through the chat box. So should you have any inquiries regarding this seminar, kindly use the chat box. Those in YouTube, you can communicate via the chat in the YouTube. My team will communicate there as well. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Karun Nizam Taha for his first module. Yes, Izati Iznan. Recording will be shared via our YouTube, IPSIS YouTube. You can get the recording via IPSIS YouTube for today's session. And then for the next session, tomorrow's session, I will upload it into the YouTube and share the link to all of you. Okay, no worries. We are going to record the session. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Enjoy the seminar. I'm going to meet you again for module 2. Okay. Emmanuel, hold on. Yeah, the assessment should be the attendance. After the assessment, the second part of the attendance is the assessment. It's using the same form. All right. QR code will be given at the later stage after we finish each module. After module 1, the secretariat will show you the QR code. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Nizam for the session, Journey to Your GOT. All right, Dr. Nizam, over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Mazwana. Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. So everyone can see my slide, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the response. Okay, today I will brief on the module number 1. Okay, your research journey to GOT. Okay, so as Dr. Mazwana said, okay, I'm one of the head of graduate studies in IPSIS. So I in charge in the academics matters. Okay, so let's proceed. So today, okay, we will cover around 9 subtopics. Okay, first I will brief into introductions and then what is the GOT, okay, the UITM postgraduate ecosystems, the supervisions, the RP, then thesis submission, Viva voce, thesis correction and verification, and thesis result, endorsement and awards. Okay, as the introduction, so as you know, this module that means this module number 1 was developed by the IPSIS, okay, to assist the administrative and supervisors to in understanding the process and procedure of postgraduate research degrees. Okay, so by the end of the sessions, okay, participant, which is you, and should be able to understand the nature of postgraduate studies in UiTM, and then you should be able to understand the roles of student, and then you should be able to familiarize with the process and procedure involving the research student in UiTM. Okay, so as the introduction, so this is the IPSIS management team. So we lead by our deans. Okay, we have Dean, Prof. Insinyur Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria, and then we have Deputy Deans and Associate Professor Dr. Siti Farhana Zakaria, and then we have 4 heads. In IPSIS, we have 4 heads. Okay, so we have heads of graduate studies for recruitment and admissions, and then academics. Okay, this is me. And then we have the strategic planning and academic quality. And then we have Dr. Mozana as the academic development, resources, and students. And then we support by 1 coordinator, okay, under the recruitment and admissions. And then we have 2 support admin staff and senior assistant registrar. Okay, first one, Madam Zuraini, okay, so for the admin, and then Miss Asmiza for the academic matters. All right, so for the academic matters, okay, this is my team, okay, led by me, and then we have the senior assistant registrar, and then we have the senior executive officer, Madam Nadia Tol, and then we have around 2 senior clerks, Madam Juria and Madam Hanisa, and then we have 3 clerks. So for the clerks that in charge in the academic status, okay, Ms. Yusaila, and then for the Senate letter, and if you have any inquiries later, and once you graduate, okay, you need to acquire the Senate letter, so you may ask Madam Mardia, and then for the general matters, you may ask the Madam Zainul Shakira. Okay, so what is GOT? Okay, so GOT, IGOT or GOT, okay, is the percentage of the full-time students who registered in a specific cohort year and complete their studies before or on time of the study. Okay, so this is the definition of GOT. That means when you enroll in the specific cohort, and then we have predict, okay, how many years you should graduate, and then you have complete before or on the time given. Okay, so that's the GOT status. So why we need this GOT? Okay, because the lower percentage of the GOT shows, okay, many students unable to complete on time. So it will increase the university operational cost. Okay, that's the why we need to increase the percentage of GOT in order to reduce the university's operational cost. Okay, so these are the what we call the achievement, okay, for the GOT, okay, for the master and PhD. Okay, for the first graph, okay, shows the PhD, okay. So if you can look at the graph, okay, it shows the undulated, what we call the undulated patterns. Okay, so in 2020, in the COVID era, okay, we achieved around 36% of GOT. That means the highest one, okay, from since 2009. Okay, so the highest one during COVID because everyone focused on their study, so they able to graduate on time. And then the next year after the COVID, okay, 2021, so almost same, 34%, 34%. Okay, and then once the COVID already settled down. Okay, so has the percentage been decreased to 28%. Okay, so last year we only achieved 19%. Okay, so this is the PhD GOT rate for PhD. So if you look at the GOT rate for the master, okay, so as I mentioned, okay, in COVID area, so we achieved the highest numbers lah, 19%. So it decreased until last year. Okay, so we hope we can increase the GOT rates in order to reduce the university's operational cost. So that's why this briefing, okay, will guide you how you're going to achieve the GOT. So you need to start right now in order for you to achieve GOT. Okay, the values means the percentage. All right. So the duration of study, when we said about GOT, everything, so this is duration of study. I'm sure all of you already know. Okay, so you only focus on the column of the research only. Okay, the master degree is about 2 to 8 semesters. So that means the minimum you can graduate is 2 semesters, around 1 year, and then the maximum is 4 years or 8 semesters. Okay, if you want to achieve the GOT, okay, so you need to graduate around 2 years, okay, and then except for the built environment, the medicine, and the dentistry, okay, that these three faculties around 3 years in order to achieve the GOT. So the maximum is 8 years. Okay, most of you should, if you do the master degree, you should, in order for you to get GOT, you should graduate before 2 years. That means 4 semesters. All right. So except for the built environment, medicine, and dentistry, okay, it's 3 years. Okay. For the doctoral degree, same. Okay. Either full time or part time is same. Okay, the minimum is 5 semesters, and then the research is, and then the maximum is 14 semesters. Okay, same as the before. Okay, for the GOT status for the doctoral degree for all program is around 4 years. Okay, but except for the built environment, dentistry, and medicine, okay, it's 5 years. Okay, so that's how you going to get the GOT. Okay, so please bear in your mind. So this is the maximum duration of study for the master degree and the doctoral degree. If you exceed the limits, so that means you need to appeal for the reinstate as a student. Okay, so this is UATM postgraduate ecosystem. So this is overall. Okay, so all of you has complete this task. Okay, the application you have apply, and then you have registered as students, and then some of you have appointed the supervisor. Okay, so some of you still searching your supervisor. Okay, so please make sure before end of this semester, that's mean before July, so before, because you need to submit the research progress by 1st of July. So that's mean you need to have the supervisor right now in order for them to evaluate you for the first semester. Okay, appointment of the supervisor. So this appointment can be done using the UP track system. Okay, we have the UP track system. You can nominate your supervisor there, and then the appointment, everything's in UP track system. And then once you have the supervisor, and then you do the research, and then you can proceed with the defense of research proposal. This is DRP. Okay, so for the master degree, you should complete the RP within 6 months, and then for the PhD full time, you should complete within 1 year. Okay, if you are PhD part time, and then you can complete 1.5 years. Okay, so once you complete the DRP, okay, let's say you pass the DRP, and then you do the research, and then you fulfill all the objective, and then once you complete 90%, you can submit notice of intention to submit thesis. Okay, so there are requirement. So the requirement is your thesis must be complete 90%, and then plagiarism below than 30%, and then we require you to submit the abstract and the DTOC, everything. Okay, during the intention submit. And then of course, your supervisor need to nominate your examiners in order to assess your thesis. Okay, at this stage. So from appointment of supervisor until notice of intention to submit thesis, we are using UP track system. Okay, so this is appointment of examiners. Okay, during the notice of thesis submission, and then thesis submission. Okay, thesis submission means you have complete 100%. Your thesis has 100% completed. Okay, so then you can submit. Of course, the requirement 100%, and then 30% similarity index, and then you have fulfilled the requirement and the publication requirement. And for the master, at least one publication, and then for the PhD, the doctoral degree is 2 publications. Okay, then your thesis will send out to the examiners, and then the moderator at the faculty or head of postgraduate office will receive the report from the examiners, and then the moderator at the faculty will conduct the Viva, okay, and then you attend the Viva, and then you get the result, and then you do the thesis correction. Okay, once you complete the thesis correction, and then you do the format checking. Okay, the format checking at IPSIS. Okay, and then once you complete the format checking, and then you pass all the format checking at the IPSIS, and then we will send your name to Senate. Okay, and then once your name has been confirmed at the Senate, and then we will send your name to the convocation center. All right, so this is timeline for GOT. Okay, so this is infographics. Okay, first you look for the master program. Okay, so once from the application registration to the RP, it's 6 months. Okay, so actually from the registration date, okay, we are giving only 1 month for you to find the supervisor or to nominate your supervisor via the UP track system. And then the faculty will process everything until the appointment of supervisor at the university level. Okay, so this is 6 months, and you should do it within 6 months. Okay, if you PhD, so you should complete in 12 months. Okay, and then from the DRP to the thesis submitted. Okay, in order for you to get the GOT, you should complete. So that means you should complete your study within 12 months. Okay, 12 months means you DRP, then you complete ITS, and then you have nominated the examiner, and then you submit the thesis. Means you have complete 100%. The thesis submitted means you have complete your thesis 100%. Okay, so 12 months. If in for the master degree, and then for the PhD degree, you should complete within 24 months. Okay, for you to get the GOT. Okay, so because the notice examiners, the appointment of examiners will take approximately 3 months to complete. Okay, and then from the thesis submitted to the thesis report, we are giving actually 6 weeks to examiner to evaluate your thesis. Okay, 6 weeks, and then maybe some examiners has quite hectic schedule, then we can have give the maximum on up to 3 months only. Okay, from the thesis report to the thesis corrected is 1 month. Okay, so the correction done by you. So, but it depends on your result, on your rank. Okay, this is corrected, and then this is corrected to this formatted is 1 month. Okay, and then to thesis format and for the this format meant thesis checking. So this is formatted to the Senate within 1 month. And if you plus the duration, you can get around 2 years. That means 24 months for the master degree, and then 36 months for the 48 months for the PhD doctoral degree. Okay, if you plan to do the conversions, okay, if you are full-time students, you need to do within 12 months from your date of registration. Okay, 12 months, you need to apply. So you need to look back what is the requirement. And later I will have the slide shows what are the requirement in order for you to convert from master degree to PhD degree. And then if you are part-time, you are given 24 months to convert. Okay, so this is infographic. Later, once you get the slide, you can study about the time GOT. Okay, so this is we also have developed the what we call this is like the program for you to assist you to plan for the GOT. Okay, so you just simply enter your student ID. Okay, so then once you enter your student ID, you click enter, and then the program will appear your name and your program and supervisor, everything. So you need to look at the date here. So this is only the timeline for the visualization and the timeline. This is the time you should follow. And for example, once you enter your name, and then you will give literature review. So you should complete by 27th of February. And then the end date, is completed 26th of August. You start at 27th of February, and then you should end at 26th of August. And then research proposal, okay, 27th of February. Okay, still, you can search, you can read here, then methodology, thesis writing, and you should begin at 29th of August, and then and 26th of August, it's about 2 years, and then thesis examinations, okay, from August to November, and then thesis correction from November to February, okay, and then research, different research proposal, when you should do the different research proposal, and then when you should achieve objective number 1, objective number 2, 3, if applicable, and then thesis submission, when you should submit your thesis, and then when you should do the bio-bose, and then when you should complete your study in order to get the GOT. Okay, let me show the program. Wait. Okay, so these are the program. Okay, so these are the program, the Excel. So you can get this program from your head of postgraduate office. Okay, means your KPPS at your faculty or college. You can simply ask GOT dashboard from them. Okay. Okay, so this is GOT dashboard. Okay. So anyone would like to share their student ID? So I can enter to give the example. Anyone? Okay. Okay, I have one. Let me copy. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, when you register? I think you register on June, right? For those who register after 4th of June, okay, data not in database yet. So maybe you can get the GOT dashboard on July. Okay, so let's look at the Izati. Izati is none. This is one example, only one example. All right. So from the GOT dashboard, you can simply enter your student ID, and then we will provide the details. Okay, so this is only visualization, the timeline only for you to visualize. The specific date you should look at here. Okay, let me zoom in. Everything small. Okay, so okay, so you look here. Okay, so you should start the literature review because you register at 1st of April. Okay, and then you should complete your literature review by 30th of September 2027. Okay, when you should do your thesis writing. Okay, 1st of October 2025. Okay, until 30th of September 2027. And then thesis examinations. Okay, when you should do the DRP. Okay, if you plan to get GOT, you should do the DRP on 1st of October 2025. You can look here. Okay, on the date. And then when you should submit your thesis and for you to get the GOT. Okay, it's about 30th of September 2027. Okay, when you meet this date, inshallah, you will get the GOT because you need to get the Senate letter by 2nd of April 2028 or 1st of April 2028 and for you to get the GOT status. Alright, so this is an example. You can get the program from the head of postgraduate office at your faculty or college. Then you can simply play around with the timeline. So please don't look here. Don't look. This is only to visualize. You look at the date, the specific date at the bottom. Alright. So let's continue. Okay, so UiTM postgraduate system. Okay, so these are the relevant system, and we have the UiTM in order to support and for the postgraduate program and postgraduate studies. So we have the student information management system. So this is SIM. So it only can be accessed by the lecturer and the administrative staff. And then my ATP. Okay, this is also for the admin and staff and the expertise. Okay, if many of you are still searching, yeah, your potential supervisor, or maybe you searching for the co-supervisor. You can simply click here. Okay, let me click to show the example. Okay. Oh, sorry, you cannot see my screen, right? Okay. Okay, this is your item expert. You can search the expert here. Okay, you can search by list of oppressor. Simply, and you click of the list of oppressor, you can find. Okay, let's say you need to search the expert. Everyone can see my screen, right? You item expert. Okay, you just you can search by name, by area of expertise or faculty. Okay, let's say you search name. Okay, search name. Let's say my name kan. Okay, then you search. You need to find the potential co-supervisor kan. Alright, so there are many charism here. Okay, you look, and which one is related lah. For example, the charism from the ASIS, for example. Okay, I'm from the College Pengajian Malam Bina. Okay, let's say the charism you means from the potential supervisor from the ASIS. You can look his profile here. Okay, you can look the hash index, the Scopper, the WS, and then the personal details. Okay, you can look here whether it's related with your study or not. Okay, so you look at the divisions and then expertise, and then you can find which lecturer can be your potential co-supervisor or the main supervisor. You can simply play around with the UiTM expert here. All right, this is how to find the supervisor in UiTM. All right, and then UP track. Okay, UP track. I believe all of you have access the UP track for in the nomination of supervisors. Okay, please access the UP track, and then the IPSIS. I think all of you have seen the UP track, right? Okay, so let me show the UP track. Okay, this is UP track. You can log in using the student ID. So this is the same username and password with the student portal, and you can use and you click the student, and then you can simply enter your username and password from the student portal. It's the same username and password, but with the student portal. All right, and then we have the IPSIS website. Okay, so the https ipsis.uitm.edu.my, and then we have also the Facebook of IPSIS, and then we also have the official YouTube of IPSIS. All right, so this is UP track. So in UP track, actually we going to develop 5 modules. Okay, right now we have complete the module number 1, module number 2, module number 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so module number 4 still under development. Module number 5 still under development. So this one, the module number 5, we might use on the next semester. Okay, and this is evaluation also we plan to use by next semester. And these 2 modules, the last 2 modules, may still under development, and then we complete by the end, maybe by the end of this year. All right, so please, you do the nomination of supervisor via UP track, and then once maybe 6 months later, 1 year later, you can do the RP process within via the UP track, and then maybe 1 year and 2 years later, you do the intention to submit the examiner nomination. Okay, it's module number 3. Okay, and then the evaluation and research progress. So the research progress you need to fill up every semester. Because this will determine your status as the active student or non-active student. So the research program you need to submit every semester. So right now we're going to use the manual form. Maybe the next semester we will use the UP track for the research progress submission. Okay, so this is the dashboard of the UP track, and as I mentioned, you can log in and you can access the UP track using the student ID. Okay, so this is the dashboard and the screen for the nomination of supervisor. It's simple, and you just enter your research title, and then you attach your brief research proposal, and then you can search the main supervisor and the faculty, and then the name of the supervisors, the main the main supervisor, and then if you have the co, then you can appoint. Okay, co 1, co 2, and co 3. Okay, let's say your co supervisor outside UiTM, and then you can invite them as the external supervisor first, and then you can nominate them. Okay, because you need to invite them first because they need to get the access from the UP track. Okay, once you invite them, so we required you enter their name, and then the full name, the first name, surname, and the email address, and then the system will send to the potential external supervisor. So they need to complete everything, maybe some particular on the CV, everything, and the expertise. And then once their name in our database, and then you can nominate them. Okay, you can nominate them from here. Okay, as the co-supervisor. Okay, so we have provide the guideline how to nominate your supervisor. So we have provide the guideline at the EPSIS website, and you can go to the EPSIS website and then form and download, and then you scroll down, you can find the manual how to nominate your supervisor, even from the outside of the supervisor, outside UiTM. Okay, so the academic governance and for the postgraduate studies, so this is IPSIS, so we lead by the Dean, Deputy Dean, and we have the Head of Graduate Studies, and then Center for Postgraduate Office, so this is Head of Postgraduate Studies, so this number 2 is at your faculty or college level, so we call as the Head of Postgraduate Studies, in charge on the Center for Postgraduate Studies, and then committees, and we have the JCAP, so this means the academic committee and the postgraduate academic committee at the faculty or college level, and then we have the academic faculty academic committee at the faculty level, and then we have the academic and in the academic assessment at the university level. This is JKIPA, JCAP, JAF, JKIPA, and then we have the highest one is SENET for the endorsement. Okay, so as the research student, okay, before you enter your, before you submit for the RP, so you need to fulfill these two requirements. As for the master degree, you need to attend and complete, attend the IPSIS Research Skill Seminar. So this is the IPSIS Research Skill Seminar. So it's 2 days. We have around 8 modules. Okay, so as for the PhD, you need to attend 2 seminar. First is IPSIS Research Skill Seminar, and then the second one is Training in Innovation, Entrepreneurship, Exploration, Thai Square program. It's about 4 days. So both seminars, both programs are conducted virtually, online platform, right? Right now, Okay, so the student status. So program type, we have research, coursework, research, and coursework. So we have research coursework, and then we have research plus coursework. So research plus coursework means mixed mode. So there are 3 types of the research, the mixed mode program. We have the 30% academic, 30% theory, 70% research, and then we have 40% theory, 60% research, and then we have 50% theory, 50% research. So this is the 3 types of the mixed mode. Okay, right now you are registered as the research student, research degree student. Okay, and then the program level we have the master and PhD, and then we offer in the full-time and part-time. Okay, so these student academic applications. So the changes, if you need to change the campus, if you need to change the mode, full-time or part-time, or you need to change the program, or you need to change the faculty, okay, you can submit the application form at the faculty and at the postgraduate studies office. Okay, so they will approve your application, and then the highest level of academic faculty committee will endorse your application. So JCAPS and JAF means at the faculty or college level only. No need to bring up to the university level. Okay, if you need to apply for the special leave or you need to suspension from the study, so TG, so that means also you need to submit at the faculty. Okay, if you need to withdraw your study, also you need to submit at the faculty. And then if you need to submit the defense research proposal, so it's also approved by the faculty and endorsed by faculty. And then if you need to appeal for continuation, okay, like say you have get status gugur taraf and you dismiss, okay, or you dismiss this semester. So next semester, you need to apply the RMP and for you to continue your study. And so this is appeal for continuation of study. So it's also in the JCAP and JA at the faculty level. And then if you need to apply appeal for continuation of study but exceed your maximum study or the previous semesters. Okay, so you need to get the approval or endorsement until the Senate level. Okay, same with the appeal for extension for study. So this is until the Senate level. Okay, for the conversion, okay, conversion from masters to PhD. So it's also you need to submit to the faculty level and then need to endorse until the Senate level. Okay, so don't worry, no worries. This is only guideline for you. Okay, so anything you can refer to the moderator or head of postgraduate studies at your faculty or college. All right. Okay. So this is if you plan to convert your master degree to PhD. Okay. Right now, maybe you register as the master degree program. Okay. Then you think your research can be expanded up to the PhD degree. So these are the requirement. Okay. First, of course, you need to complete DRP first. You need to complete the DRP first, and then once you complete the DRP, and then you need to fulfill this one. Okay, so you need to apply the conversion, and that means you need to apply. That means you need to fill up the form first. Okay, within 12 months from the date of registration for the full-time students. If you are the part-time student, okay, we allow until 24 months. Please make sure if you plan, let's say you register on the 1st April of 2024, that means you need to apply the last date is about 30th of March 2025. Exceed one day, we can accept your application. So please make sure if you think you can convert your master degree to PhD degree, so please complete your DRP within 6 months, and then maybe the next month or the next 2 months, you can submit the conversion forms. You can apply the conversions. And then what are the requirements? Okay, first, your research work has been accepted to be presented at least one seminar or conference recognized by the faculty within the study duration. Or your research has been submitted at least one index publication. First one, you have accepted as the oral presenter at any conference, which must be recognized by the faculty or college. Or your research has been submitted. That means you have submitted your work at any index publication. Index publication means index by Scopus, ERA, WOS, or MySec. Okay, or listed journals in the appendix number 2 lah. Alright, so you must become the main author. If you are co-author, we can accept your applications because you didn't fulfill the requirement. So you must become the main author. So please make sure all the publication you done in the duration of study, you are as the main author. So your supervisor can become the corresponding author. You must be the first or main author for the publications. So we can count your publication. Okay, the student research outcome and doctoral program research proposal will be accessed by 2 expert assessors in the same area. So the faculty will appoint maybe one from the UiTM and then one from the outside of UiTM. So, but both of them must be expert in your research area, and then you must pass the assessment. Okay, if you didn't pass you didn't fulfill all any criteria, so your application might be rejected lah. Okay, so once let's say you have passed and then you have convert to the PhD degree, then within 1 year you are going to be assessed by the another panels to make sure your progress on track. Okay, so within 1 year after you convert, So your head of postgraduate studies, okay, will conduct the continuous monitoring for you. Okay, if you are failed at the assessment, and then your PhD status will be revoked to the master degree. Okay, so bear in your mind. Alright, so this is the process. Okay, the student submit the application within stipulated time. Okay, so the full time is 12 months, the part time is 24th month, and then supervisor need to support, must support the application first, and then the JCAPs mean the faculty will appoint two examiners and two assessors to evaluate your research proposal, and then JKPA will approve. Okay, then the Senate will endorse. Okay, so this is exam status. We have the postgraduate office. The SM means in progress. AM means Amaran 1 is first reminder, and then AM2 second reminder, AM3 third reminder. Okay, for the master degree only until up to AM2. For the PhD degree and up to AM3. Okay, so D10 means dismiss. Dismiss. So when we give the dismiss to the student, if the progress report status AM2 for master. Let's say last semester, let's say this semester, 1st of July, your supervisor have give AM1 to you. That means first reminder. If you are master degree, and then next semester on October, your supervisor also give AM2. That means AM2. That's second reminder. So automatically the system will change AM2 to D10. That means you dismiss on the October. Okay. Okay. So for the PhD, it's up to third reminder. The master only 2 reminder, and then we dismiss you. And then for the PhD degree, up to third reminder. Okay. On the third reminder, we will convert AM3 to D10 for the PhD only. Okay. We also give the D10 to the student who does not submit progress report. For example, this semester, on the 1st of July, this is a due date for the progress report submission. If you didn't submit before 1st of July, okay, then we will give D10. That means you dismiss. Okay, or the D10 we will give to you if you fail on the third time of DRP. That means you get result 5, the proposal rejected. Right now we have 5 result. Okay, if your proposal rejected, then the third time, that means first one, you get the rejected, and then second one you get rejected. The third one you also get rejected by the panel. That's why that means we give you D10. Okay, D11 we give status. If you exceed the maximum duration, if for the master degree, if you exceed 8 semester, for the PhD degree, if you exceed 14 semester. Okay, so they will give you D11. Let's say for the master degree, on the 8th semester, we give you D11 because end of the 8th semester, you still didn't complete your thesis. That means you didn't do any thesis submission. Then we give you D11. Okay, same with the PhD. We give the D11 on the 14th semester. Okay, the X mean we approve the appeal. That means once you dismiss and then you do the appeal, and then we approve the appeal, so we give X1. Okay, DV means you fail in Viva or you didn't submit the thesis within the stipulated time. Okay, we will explain later. And then CK means special leave. TG means deferment of academic semester, and then TM means completed, and then APC means excellent research award. Maybe some of you will completed with the excellent research award. Okay, dismissal from the study. So this is dismissed. If you fail to pay the tuition fee, and then you will get GT. That means gugur taraf. Okay, so you will dismiss from the university. And then if you fail to submit the progress report, you get D10, dismissed. And then you fail third time in the defense research proposal, D10, and then you obtain AM2 for master, AM3 for PhD, you get D10, dismissed, exceed maximum duration, D11, and then fail in Viva, DV, and then does not submit the thesis outbound within stipulated time, also get DV. Okay, so the supervision. Okay, appointment of supervisor. So as I mentioned, maybe most of you have the supervisor right now. Maybe some of you need to have the another co-supervisor, and you can find the in UiTM expert, or you can ask your main supervisor who are the right person to become your co-supervisor. Okay, so as I mentioned, okay, all the appointment of supervisors must follow the academic rules and regulation for postgraduate, okay, in UiTM. So all of them must follow the criteria, okay, then we can appoint them as your supervisor. So the supervisor only to assist and advise the student in design, development, and completion of research degree. So this is the role of supervisor. They only need to assist you and to advise you, okay, and then they need to guide and mentor the students so they can learn the systematic process of discovery. So this is the role of supervisor. So you don't expect your supervisor spoon feed you every time. So what to do next? What to do next? And you should propose to the supervisor. Okay, what's your plan? And then supervisor will correct will guide you what's the correct way in order to do the research. And then how to do the supervisor's nominations. Okay, so the students nominate the supervisor by repeat track, and then if the external supervisor, though they need to add the record of external supervisor, and then supervisor need to accept or register or reject or register as the external user, and then moderator need to validate and then set up the JCAP and JAV meeting, and then KBBS and need to support and activate the external user, and then JCAP needs to confirm or reject the or renominate the supervisor, and then JAV need to approve or reject or renominate, and then the JKIPA need to endorse the supervisor. So the appointment of supervisor up to JKIPA level. Okay, so what's the criteria of supervisor? Okay, so as the master student, you should have at least one supervisor. That means your main supervisor. At least one supervisor. Okay, for the doctoral degree, you must have at least two supervisors. Okay, so you must have one main and then another one co-supervisor. Okay, so this is at least. So the maximum is 3 co-supervisor. Okay, the maximum. Okay, the minimum is 1 supervisor for master degree and then 2 supervisors for doctoral degree. Okay, and then for the main supervisor, all of them must come from the UiTM academic staff. Only UiTM academic staff can become your main supervisor, not outside UiTM, only UiTM. And then for the master degree, your main supervisor, okay, they must have the degree, doctoral degree, or the supervisor have the master degree only, but he or she must have at least 5 years experience in research and teaching. Both, research and teaching. And also has co-supervised the master, co-supervisor as the master candidate. So that means his or her student and the co-supervised student has been graduated. Okay, so this is the criteria. If the supervisor only have the master degree, if doctoral degree, no problem to become your master, to become your main supervisor for the master program. Okay, if PhD, okay, they must have the master, must have the doctoral degree with at least 2 years teaching experience and research, and teaching and research 2 years. This is minimum requirement. And then has supervised the master of doctoral research. That means must have graduated must graduated at least at least one master or doctoral student by research program, not by coursework, not by mixed mode, must be research program. Okay, so this is the requirement right now. Okay, if let's say if the supervisor only have the master degree, that means he or she must have the extensive experience and in research. Okay, is required with at least 2 years teaching experience and also has supervised. That means the student has been graduated has been completed as the master or doctoral in research program only. Okay, but if the supervisor only have the master and fulfill the extensive experience and then have 2 years teaching and 2 years teaching and experience, and also have the experience in supervised master or doctoral research student, is also subject to the approval of University Senate. Okay, so you need the supervisor need the application or the nomination of supervisor need to go to the up to the university senate, and then they need to get the approval endorsement from them first before you can nominate them as to become your supervisor. Okay. For the co-supervisor, for the master level, okay, for co-supervisor can become from the UITM staff or outside UITM. Can become the UITM staff or the other institution or from the other agency or from the practitioner or industry player. Okay, but this is the requirement for the master degree must have the doctoral degree. Okay, kalau let's say the co-supervisor only have the master degree, he or she must have at least 1 year experience in teaching and research. Okay, a co-supervisor from industry practitioner must have at least bachelor degree and at least 5 years experience. Okay, in field at the level of appropriate of the organization. Okay, so the PhD must have a doctoral degree or the supervisor have the master degree only. Okay, and extensive experience in research is required and subject to the approval of University Senate. Same. So you need, because if you appoint the supervisor who only have the master degree, but he or she need to supervise the PhD student, they need to get approval from the Senate first, and before you can appoint them. And then a co-supervisor from the industry practitioner must have at least a master degree and at least 10 years experience in field at level appropriate for the thesis. So you can look at the academic rules and regulation in our website. Okay, so these the other things, so you should consider this one. So your main or co-supervisor should not an intimate friends or relative of the student or of any other supervisors to avoid question of the ethical issue. So make sure the supervisor or co-supervisor that you appoint have no relationship with the intimate relationship with the you or with the supervisor, with the other supervisors. Okay, so not be currently registered as postgraduate student. Okay, let's say right now you enroll as the master program, and then your supervisor, the current supervisor, going to further study. Okay, further study. So they need to register as the postgraduate student, maybe at the or at the UK. It doesn't matter. Once they enroll as the postgraduate student, so they are not qualified to become your supervisor. So you need to find the other supervisors. So bear in your mind. Okay, so if you need to change supervisor, maybe after several months, after a year, you means you feel you don't have the chemistry with the supervisor. So maybe you need to change the supervisor. Maybe to some extent, maybe you have the what we call the valid reasons. Okay, so the student can apply the change of supervisor based on the valid reasons. So the application must be through head of postgraduate office at your respective college or faculty. Okay, because the change of supervisor need to get approved from the JCAP and endorsed by the JAF. Okay, let's say if your supervisor no longer in service, okay, so the JCAP committee will propose a new supervisor related to the research area of the respective student. Okay, so as mentioned before, research progress report you need to submit every semester. Don't miss the research report, because the consequences you will get dismissed D10. So please make sure you check the academic calendar, and when you submit the progress report, and then you submit to the supervisor first, and the supervisor will submit to the head postgraduate studies at the faculty or college. So of course, before you submit progress report, you need to show some progress to your supervisor. And that's why we have the progress report, because we want you to meet the supervisor and to report everything what you have done within a semester. Okay, and then if you fail to submit, you will get the 10, and then the supervisor will evaluate the student progress, and based on whatever you have report to them, and then the supervisor will submit a report to KPPS and endorsed by the JCAP at the faculty level, and then KPPS will enter the result at the SIM system, and then you can access the progress result once the examination result has been announced. Okay, so the DRP. So this is the DRP process. Okay, you attend the IPSIS RSS series, research skills seminars. Okay, for the PhD, you attend Thai Square program, and then you need to submit the research proposal, and then you have run the similarity report must be below than 50%. Okay, once you complete that one, and then the supervisor will review the proposal and then validate again your similarity index. And then KPS will endorse the proposal and then will nominate the chairperson and panel assessors and then conduct the RP. And then panel assessors will evaluate the proposal and then the chairperson, okay, will moderate the RP and then approve the result, whatever result you get, and then JCAPS will endorse the result. Okay, so these are the results we have in the RP. Okay, rejected, category 5. So category 1 means you accept without amendment. Category 2, this is the percentage. So category 2, accept with minimal amendment. You need to submit within 2 weeks. For the category 3, you accept with a minimal amendment and then you submit within 1 month. And then fourth category, major amendments, you need to submit within 2 months. If 5, category 5, rejected. Okay, this is what I mentioned before. If you get 5, category 5, up to 3 times, that means you will get D10. Okay, so this one don't ever get 3 times in category 5. All right, so this is submission. So this submission, of course, you need to, before you do the this submission, you need to pass the intention to submit thesis first, and then your supervisor and you must identify the examiners, and you need to propose the potential examiners for your thesis to the faculty or college level, and then you need to submit the thesis. Once you do the intention to submit, you have 3 months for you to submit the full thesis. Once you do the intention to submit, that means your progress has been completed 90%. And then once you complete 100%, you have 3 months from the date of intention to submit. So 3 months, you need to submit the full thesis, 100% complete, and then moderator at faculty will set the Viva, and then your moderator will send out your thesis to the examiners, and then they will receive the report from the examiners. So during Viva, okay, so there are chairperson will chair the session, and then the examiners and 2 examiners, internal and external examiners, and then minute takers in order to constitute everything, and then supervisor as the observer, and then we have the Viva result at the during Viva. And then after post Viva, there are correction. You need to amend and you do the correction, and then duration of correction depend on your rank, and then verification by examiners. Okay, and then after that, you do the thesis formatting at the IPSIS, and then Senate meeting, we'll send your name to the Senate meeting, and then once we get the Senate endorsement, we will determine whether you get GOT or not. Okay, so this once we get the Senate approval, then we can check whether you get GOT or not. So the GOT, okay, based on this Senate approval, so Senate date lah. All right. So intention to submit. Okay, so this is to submit. So if you intend to submit this is, you need to submit to notice of intention to submit. So you submit along with the 400 words of abstract, and then you need to provide the table of content and then submit the report below than 30%. So as I mentioned, ITS, intention to submit, only valid for 3 months. If over 3 months, exceed the 3 months, you need to apply new ITS. Okay, because the ITS only valid, single ITS only valid for 3 months for you to submit the full thesis. Okay, the notice will be null or void if the full thesis submission is not submitted within the stipulated time, which is 3 months. Okay, intention to submit. Okay, the student need to submit the turning in, and then submit the draft and 90% complete, and then supervisor check the draft and then nominate the examiners and then validate. Okay, below than 30%, and then KPS will nominate support the nomination. So admin at the faculty level, postgraduate office, okay, will arrange a JCAP and JAF meeting, and then JCAP will support the nomination, and then JAF will approve the nomination, and then JKIPA will endorse the nomination of the examiners. So the examiners that you appoint and you and the supervisor appoint will endorse until the up to JKIPA level. JKIPA means at university level. Okay, thesis examiner. Okay, what's the role to examine thesis? Why we need thesis examiner? In order to examine your thesis. Okay, and then submit a report. Once they have gone through your thesis and they read everything, and then they need to write the report, and then he or she need to be and also need expected to attend your Viva Bose. And then grade K and consideration must be taken before you and the supervisor select the examiners, because we need the quality. Okay, so we need to the examiners must be credible in order for us to make sure and the quality the thesis that you produce achieve the high quality. Okay, general criteria for the examiners. Okay, so must have minimum qualification or no less than supervisor. That's mean if your supervisor have PhD, the examiner also must have the PhD, not below than your supervisor. Okay, so if your supervisor is have the PhD, your examiner cannot only have the master degree. They must have the PhD. Okay, examiner without the qualification, of course, also can, but we need to subject to the approval of JAF, because we need to look back the extensive experience on the teaching and research of the examiners that have the less qualification from the supervisor. Okay, should have a doctorate degree or equivalent academic professional accreditation expertise experience in research discipline. So and then must have proven substantial academic and professional knowledge. Okay, so we will once your supervisor nominate examiner. So this is the task of the JCAPs at the faculty. Okay, so they will look at their CV, at their examiner CV, and then they will decide whether this examiner is appropriate for in order to evaluate your thesis or not. Okay, so they look at all the documents that provided by the examiners. Okay, of course, the examiner not a postgraduate of student at any institution all over the world. Okay, so that means the status cannot be the postgraduate student. And then the same examiner should not be appointed and to read two more theses from the same supervisor at the same time. Okay, at the same time, the one examiner cannot accept more than two or more theses from the same supervisors. And then the examiner criteria and for the PhD, okay, examiner, okay, of the doctorate student must have at least doctorate degree or equivalent academic or professional credential. Okay, the external examiner for doctoral thesis must have experience in relevant field, experience in doctoral supervision, and have examined at least one doctoral degree. Okay, the external. The internal only have examined, so must come from the usually comes from the UiTM, except for some program does not have the expertise. But the requirement only they must have at least have experience in doctoral supervision and have examined one master degree. And for the external, must have examined one doctoral thesis. But for the internal, only examine one master degree. But they also must have the experience in doctoral supervision. Okay, for the master, examiner for the master should have at least master degree or equivalent, academic and professional credential, and then external examiner for the master thesis must have extensive experience in relevant field and at least read one master thesis. Okay, for the internal must have experience. So no need to experience in master in thesis evaluation, and must have the experience in relevant field. Okay, so the examiner should not. So these are the things. So should not provide the student with any formal guidance. Okay, so if he or she have provide the formal guidance or content or structure of the thesis, though they are not qualified to become your examiner. Okay, so make sure the examiner does not have relationship with you, does not provide any guidance, formal guidance to you. And then the examiner also should not be the student collaborator. That means maybe they become your co-author or become your co-researcher on the same research. Okay, they cannot become your examiners. Okay, because it's related with your thesis. Anything related with thesis, they cannot involve as the examiners, including the publication. If he or she has become at least one co-author within your duration of study, so they are not qualified to become your examiner. So the examiner also should not be your close family member. Your uncle, your auntie, of course your parents, your sibling, they cannot become your examiners. Or your in-law, so cannot. Anything related with the family relationship, they cannot become your examiners. And then assessors, there should not be assessors for the conversion. If maybe the panel has become the assessors during your conversion from the master to doctoral degree, okay, they are not qualified to become your examiners. And then have graduated at least 2 years. Okay, should not be have graduated. So that means if the examiners, okay, maybe they graduated from the same supervision and from your same supervisor, so they must more than 2 years. If less than 2 years, they not allowed to become your examiner. Okay, role examiner, they need to submit a report within 1 week before Viva Bose, and then they need to attend the Viva Bose, and then possibility reappointment in case of reviva. Maybe they get their rank 4, so maybe reviva, so then maybe we need to reappoint them again. So JAF will have to reappointment new examiner if they refuse to reappoint for the reviva, and then not available to examine student. Maybe during you appoint them as the examiner, they healthy, and then once they receive the thesis, maybe they have the health issue, and we have the medical reason, or they has been retired, or they have the sabbatical leave. So that's why the JAF need to appoint a new examiner to read your thesis. Okay, role of student, of course, you need to attend the Viva, and then you present and defend the thesis, and then demonstrate. So the examiner will ask all the fundamental knowledge. Then you need to define everything to show your competencies level, and then you need to avoid any form of contact to examiner prior to the Viva Voce until you submit the correction actually, and you're not allowed to contact with the examiner. Okay, so this is the duration thesis submission to Viva Voce. So the max duration we give around 10 weeks. If you submit the thesis and then until the Viva, so we allow maximum 10 weeks. Thesis submission to set the Viva 1 week, and then send out to the examiner 1 week, and then follow up with the examiner 1 week, and then reminder to examiner 2 weeks, reminder to examiner 2 weeks, final reminder 1 week, and then report received from examiner 1 week, Viva will say 1 week. So the ideal is only 6 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 weeks extra for the reminder only. Okay, so the ideally only 6 weeks we give to the examiner to submit the reports and for the Viva will say. Okay, so the maximum only take 10 weeks. Okay, so these are publication requirement. Okay, I'm sure all of you have maybe read the form or read the regulation. So this is the publication requirement. If you are do the master by research, so you need to have at least 1 index publication accepted as main or corresponding author. You must become the main or first author. And most of the cases, the supervisor might become the corresponding author. Okay, so index main accepted at the publisher level. Okay, accepted. Let's say accepted means at the publisher level. Okay, let's say you submit at the index publication consists of proceeding or journals. Okay, let's say you submit journal. Okay, straightforward. Journals, of course, must be accepted by the publisher. The conference also, if only accepted by organizer, we do not accept the acceptance from the organizer. We need the acceptance letter from the publisher. Okay, so bear in your mind. So index mean index, corpus, WS, era, my site, or journal listed. So journal listed, you can look here. So you can look this one on our form. Okay, via the IPSIS website. Okay, for the PhD research, you must have 2 index publication with at least 1 must be published. And then what about the other one? Must be accepted. Okay, so the student must be the main or corresponding author for all publication. Okay, so 2 index publication, both of them you must become the main or first author. So your supervisor might become your corresponding author. Okay, 1 must be published, and another one has been accepted by the publisher. Okay, so same things. Index by Scopus, WS, era. So these are the journal listed. Okay, so this list has been endorsed by the Senate. So this we can accept. Okay, other than this list, we cannot accept to become your publication requirement. Okay, so if your journals or proceeding has been Scopus, so we can accept. I mean this list not in this 4 index website. Okay, so this is outside of the 4 indexing. Okay, so we can accept this one because this has been endorsed. So the other journals that you submit and proceeding, So must be Scopus Index, WOS, ERA, and MySat. Alright, so Viva Bose. So examinations by the panels of examiners. Okay, so of course, also you have been examined by the examiners and the student to defend and present. Okay, and then of course we have a lot quick Q&A session on the Viva Bose, and then the chairperson and the panels we decide on the decision, and then they will give the suggestion for improvement and corrections. Okay, so during Viva Bose committee, okay, so we have the dean. Okay, the chairperson usually comes from the dean, they at least associate professor with PhD. And then examiners, external, internal. Okay, so these are the requirement. At least 2 examiners, one internal and 1 external. And then student attend, present, and defend. And then minute takers constitute all the important facts. So minute takers will assist the chairperson. Okay, not interrupt during Viva session. And then they need to verify whatever they constitute with the chairperson before they become the minutes of Viva Bose. And the supervisor are invited only as an observer and cannot interrupt the Viva Bose. Okay, result of the Viva Bose, so same as the RP have 5. So for the Viva Bose also we have 5. Rank, we have 1 accepted without correction. And rank 2A, minor correction 1 month. Rank 2B, minor correction 3 months. Rank 3, major correction 9 months. Rank 4, re-examination 12 months. And then rank 5, fail. Okay. So category 1, of course, the student pass Viva Bose and for the master or doctor degree without correction. So they need to submit for the format checking within 2 weeks to the IPSIS. Okay. And then 2 weeks to the IPSIS for the format checking. And then to be listed in the Senate list. And then 2B, pass with minor correction. Okay, and then student pass the Viva Bose subject to the minimal correction. And then they need to submit to the IPSIS 1 month. And then they need to submit the full final version of final thesis, final version, the corrected one, after format checking within 1 month from the date of Viva Bose. And then 2B, same thing, minimal correction. Okay, we give 3 months to the student for the format checking and submit the final versions. And then third category, okay, so this is major correction. So we give 9 months, major correction 9 months. Okay, 9 months. So your correction must be verified by the internal and or external. Okay, depend on the chairperson of the Viva Bose. Okay, 9 months. You need to submit the correction. Okay, sorry, not 9 months you submit correction. Within 9 months, you must complete all the assessment, and then you must complete the format checking and with the IPSIS, and then you submit the final version to the IPSIS lah. Alright. So re-examination, that means you need to re-examine again. So you need to sit the Viva again. Okay, so the amendment about 12 months. Okay, so this recommendation can only made twice. Okay, the student is allowed to submit thesis 3 times. Okay, this recommendation cannot be made on the third Viva. So that means the first Viva you get category 4, second Viva category 4, the third Viva if you get category 4 you will get dismissed. Okay, so make sure the third Viva you get 3 and below, not 4, category 4. Okay, category 5 fail. Okay, so you're not eligible to be considered as for the master or doctoral degree, and you're not allowed to resubmit the thesis for examination. But you are given 30 days to appeal, not to resubmit the thesis, to appeal to the IPSIS. Okay, if you fail the Viva Bose. Okay, plagiarism. In the event of plagiarism, okay, the Viva result is deferred. Okay, by the Viva Bose committee. This case will refer to the university board, and because maybe some of the cases, the examiners detect that your thesis has been plagiarized more than 30%. Okay, so the university board have some committee to investigate the issue. If you are found guilty, then you get dismissed from the UITM. Okay, so the thesis correction and verification. So post Viva process announcement, the student are required to submit thesis correction within stipulated time. Okay, so check again your ranking. If you get rank 1, 2 weeks, rank 2, 1 month, rank 2A, 1 month, rank 2B, 3 months, okay, rank 3, 9 months, okay, rank 4, 12 months, and then rank 5, there's no, because you have been, I failed from the Viva. So if student will given DV if you fail to submit the thesis within the stipulated time. So you might check again your duration to submit the correction. Okay, so this is infographic to help you to understand. Okay, timeline for the thesis correction. 2A, Viva. Okay, Viva, from the Viva to the student supervisor. So you need to submit correction 2 weeks. So you need to get announcement from the supervisor and then do the format checking. Okay, and then do the hardbound 1 week. Hardbound means the soft copy. Okay, soft copy to the IPSIS. 1 week. So total 4 weeks. And then for 2A, okay, this is 2A. So this description. So student complete within month 1. That means you has been corrected everything. Okay, you complete everything within 1 month until the final version. Okay, and then supervisor need to thesis content and checked by the verified by the supervisor only, and then KPPS will check the student status, and then final version the thesis will check by the IPSIS and letter approval issued by the dean of IPSIS. Okay, and then 2B, okay, 3 months. Okay, 1 month from the Viva to the examiner, and then the examiner and to format checking 1 month, and then to digital thesis 1 month. Okay, and then to be, okay, again, this is on the description. Okay, this is banned by the supervisor. The supervisor can endorse and the thesis if require the text editing, formatting of table, and then KPS will check the student status and submit document to external internal examiner. And then the content amendment are endorsed by the internal examiner, and the final version of thesis checked by the IPSIS. Okay, and then major 3. So 9 months. So 4 months. Okay, we send to the examiner. Within 4 months, you must send to the examiner. And then we have the reminder 1, reminder 2, reminder 3, and then we have reminder the examiners, and then we format checking within 1 month, and digital thesis within 1 month. Okay, so it's about 9 months. So make sure you follow these timelines. Okay, and then this is only the description. Okay, correction within 9 months. So again, so the thesis checked by the supervisor must be, every correction must be checked by the supervisor and then checked by the internal or external, depend on the minutes of the Viva say, and then content amendment endorsed by the examiner, and then final version checked by the IPSIS. Okay, and then category 4, re-examination is about 12 months. Okay, 12 months. 8 months to send to the examiners. Okay, and then reminder 1, reminder 2, and then reminder 3. Okay, 1 month, 1 month, and then we use it for the revival again, another 1 month. So overall, up to 12 months. Okay, so this is description, 12-month correction. Okay, re-examination. So you need to revival again. Okay, so there must be verified by the supervisor, and then the content amendment endorsed by the internal and external, and then organize the revival. Correction depend on the revival result. Final version checked by the IPSIS. Okay, thesis result and announcement. Okay, so once you complete your thesis, okay, complete with the correction. Okay, so this is the digital thesis format checking. Okay, so we have thesis submission and then format checking, and then you get the notification from the IPSIS, and then you need to submit the final thesis submission, and then your name will be update to the Senate list, and then you will get Senate endorsement, and then you can download the student completion letter, and then your thesis will send to the library. Okay, so you can check how to perform digital thesis format checking. All right, and right now we do not accept any, did not accept any hardbound, and we only accept the digital thesis in PDF. Okay. So endorsement and result, okay, once your name has been sent to the convocation, so of course, the convocation office will issue the letter for you to invite in the convocation convocation ceremony. Okay, and then we got many postgraduate awards and recognition UiTM. First one, of course, GOT, graduate on time. Second one, Excellence Research Award. And then we have the MTDCA Books Award. And then we have the Anugerah Sarjana Cemerlang Tunku Chancellor Award. And then we have the Anugerah Chancellor Cemerlang Tuanku Chancellor AKTCC. And the fourth. And then we have the
Ini sana, May? Give me.
Anugerah Cemerlang Pendidikan ACP Alumni. Okay, for the APC, okay, APC Award is given to the Master and PhD graduates, okay, during the convocation. Okay, so, and then the JCAT will check the applications and you need to apply. So you need to apply this award and then JCAT will check the support the application and then IPSIS will check again your application and then discuss in the JKIPA and then Senate meeting will approve and then the application. And then the application must be submitted within 3 months from the Senate letter. Okay, what's the criteria? So you must get the GOT status. You must fulfill the GOT duration. And then the examiner give one category 1 or 2 in thesis examination and during Viva. And then you're not committed in a university and disciplinary act. And then you must has present a research work recognized by faculty. For the master, at least 1 conference, and then for the PhD, 2 conferences. Indexed by Scopus, WS, ERA, or my site. And then student has published research findings at least 1 master or 2 PhD in index publications by Scopus or listed journals. Okay. So the Anugerah Sarjana Cemerlang Tunku Chancellor. So these are given during the October convocation ceremony. Okay. So the Sarjana means only master program. Okay, so also you need to submit the applications and then verify by the JCAT. Okay, and then the criteria. Okay, of course you need to fulfill for the GOT timeline and then category 1, at least category 2, you get 1 or 2, and then not committed in university disciplinary, and then has presented at least 1 index conference, and then has published at least 2 index journals. Okay, so this is the requirement to apply the ASCTC. Okay, and then I fulfill at least 1 of these criteria. Either you have proven the commercialization, you have received the recognition, you have filled the pattern, or you have received the recognition. Okay, of course, your research has been impactful to research and then pass the interview. And you must pass the interview and then you will get 7,000 if has been selected as the ASCTC recipient. Okay, for the AKCTC, this is open for the PhD degree and students. So same things, everything, same things, except for the publication. Okay, for the AKCTC, has presented at least 2 index conferences and then has published at least 3 index journals. Okay, so this is the specific criteria lah you must fulfill. And then the other things is same except for the price is about 8,500. Okay, for the ACP alumni, okay, it's given to them, it's open for the master and PhD, of course, also during the October convocation. Okay, what are the others is same except for the criteria. So the student has presented research work at least 1 international conference for master and 2 international conference PhD. Okay, student has published 2 index journals for master and 3 index journals for PhD as the main author. All the publication, you must become the main or first author. And then at least 2 criteria from here. You've proven the compensation, pattern, or recognition or awards. Okay, so if you have been selected as a recipient, you will get 7,500 ringgit. Okay, for the anugerah, MTDC, Innovation Book Prize. So it's open for the Malaysian citizen only. Okay, not for international, not for the foreigner. Okay, only for the Malaysian. Okay, registered as a full-time student. Okay, if you are part-time, you are not qualified to apply. and then obtain examination result for 1 and 2 only, and then complete studies within masters not exceeding 6 months, 6 semester, and then doctoral degree not exceeding 12 semesters. Okay, so result, the research result have potential for the intellectual property. Okay, and then research output. Okay, maybe you have this is supported document you should have. You have the publication papers in high impact journal, or you have index proceeding, and then book chapter or other research excellent. And then the submitted thesis not necessarily technical in nature, produce process, method, ideas, policy, product that have high impact on innovation on technology, for the pre-commercialization, technology transfer, business entrepreneurship, and combination thereof lah. Alright, and then candidate also not committed in university disciplinary, and then if you have become the recipient, and you will get 1,000 cash prize and 500 book contributions. Okay, so again, so every semester you must look at your academic calendar in order for you to know when the due date. For example, the critical one right now is 25th of June. You have around 5 days for you to submit the research report. So please make sure you submit the research report to your supervisor. And then your supervisor also need to submit to the head of postgraduate office before 1st of July. So please act now. So please fill up the research program form, or you can remind your supervisor to submit to the head of postgraduate studies at your faculty or college, not to IPSIS, to the faculty or college, and submit before 1st of July. And then maybe later, if you want to submit thesis, so make sure you submit. Maybe you can check the next academic calendar, and you can check here the important date. All right, and then anything, so there are many news, the update information we provide in the IPSIS Padlet, in the IPSIS website. You go to IPSIS website, and then you can click at the IPSIS Padlet. So everything, any information we dump here lah, and you can check the academic calendar, and then the any news on the 3MT and everything. So the postgraduate academic rules regulation and the UPTA and everything we provide in our IPSIS website. Okay, I think that's all from me. Any question?
Assalamualaikum, Dok.
Salam.
If may I ask, right, regarding about the examiner on for our Viva Bose, sorry, I not captured what you said earlier, but do we need to select who our examiner gonna be, or is it will be provided by the faculty, by the university? Yeah.
No. Okay, once you submit the intention to submit thesis, the notice of intention to submit by the students. Okay, one you have been submit the notice intention to submit, and then the head of postgraduate studies at the office, I mean the KPPS, will ask your supervisor who's the potential examiner.
Oh, okay,
Your
understood.
supervisor will provide the names of the examiners.
All right. Okay.
But those has been proposed by the examiner will screen out by the committee at the academic committee at the faculty level. Okay, once they fulfill all the criteria, then they will appoint them to become the examiner.
Okay.
They will bring the domination until the university level at JKPA. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the clarification.
Right. Other question? You have right in chat box, not right? How do we get GOT plan through the Excel? Okay, you can get from the KPPS, Head of Postgraduate Office at your faculty or college level. Whom are not yet DRP, do we need to? Yes. If you are the active student, you need to submit research progress every semester. Doesn't matter you have the RP or not. Okay, every semester you need to submit the progress report. Otherwise, you will get dismissed, D10. Okay, please do right now, because the RP and the progress report is two different things. Okay. Other question? Okay, slide will provided by Dr. Mazwana after you complete these 2 days. Okay, no worries. And then other matters you can ask Dr. Mas regarding the RSS. Okay, Dr. Mazwana, I don't think there's any question.
Okay, so thank you, Dr. Nizam, for your time. And should you have any inquiries, other inquiries, you can always put in the chat box. Or regarding your research journey, your GOT research journey, just post it in the chat box. I will convey it to Dr. Nizam later. All right, so thank you, Dr. Nizam, for your time.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you can leave the room if you wish. Okay, so I'm going to post the QR code for attendance. Okay, give me a minute. So this is the QR code. You can scan or you can screenshot it first because it has an assessment there. So screenshot it first. You can fill it up later because you have time until 5th of July. Okay, you have time until 5th of July to complete the assessment and the feedback form. All right.
Doctor, this one all for module 2.
Sorry. Cak ya. Sorry. So module 1. Okay, done everyone? Okay, you have time until 5th of July, so you can screenshot it now and keep it, and you can answer it later when you got your slides. Maybe it is easier for you to answer the question. Okay, so you can screenshot it now. It's not necessary to fill it up now. So just screenshot it, keep it, and later when we share the link for notes, you can have a look for slides there, and maybe you can answer the questions better. Okay? All right, so we shall take a break around 10 minutes and we will proceed with the module 2 by 10:15. Okay, so let's have a break. Go and grab your coffee or maybe a snack for you to stay up. Okay, so 10:15 we are going to come back. Okay, with the second session with me, managing your supervisors. Okay, so take a break now. 10:15 we will resume with the next module. All right, thank you. Okay, here you go. Another, this is a QR code for module 1. Those who still confused because I wrongly posted for module 2 at first. So this is the module 1. Screen capture this one. Those in YouTube, Orchids and Idayu Ibrahim. This is the QR code for module 1. Please screenshot it now. Okay, Idayu and Orchid, did you get the QR? Did you get the QR? So can I stop the screen share now? Okay, then. So I shall stop sharing the QR code. Now let me share with the second module, which is, hold on. Okay, those in YouTube, later we are going to share again the QR code, okay? So now let's go for module 2, working with your supervisor. Okay, later we are going to share QR code for module 1 and module 2 again. All right, is it okay? So now those in Zoom session, can you see my slides?
Yes.
Yes, can, Doctor.
All right, so hold on. Okay, let's proceed with module 2. Okay, those who still not have time or it's not, you can't screenshot or you miss the screenshot, miss the QR code for module 1, fret not, we are going to share it again later after I finish my module 2. Okay, so now let's finish the module 2. Let's start the module 2, and after that, we are going to share the QR code again. Okay, so no worries. Pay your attention for the module 2. So module 2 is about working with your supervisors. I'm the one who will present this module. It's about working with your supervisors. I'm going to share tips, how you want to tackle or what is the thing that you need to focus when you start working with your supervisor. Okay? All right. Okay, who are supervisors? You know that Dr. Nizam already told you that you need to have at least one main supervisor and then at least one co-supervisors. Okay, supervisors, co-supervisors, you can have up to 3 co-supervisors. Okay, UiTM allow each student, master student and PhD student. For master student, you can have at least 1 co-supervisor, and for PhD students, you can have at least you can have the most 3 co-supervisors for each students. So minimum is 1, maximum is 3. So who are supervisors? Okay, who are supervisors? Okay, you need at least 1. Please bear in mind that supervisors can be beneficial, and they can be frustrating. Okay, they can be frustrating, and then they can seem invisible because they are human. Okay. All right, so that, so I'm going to mute first. All right, so supervisors, you need at least 1, and then they are human. They are subject to human nature. Okay, human nature, they can be invisible, they can be problematic, they can give you freedom, they can give you problem. Okay, so by right, role of supervisor is to supervise. Okay, role of supervisor is to supervise. Why supervise? What is supervise? Supervise actually is to direct or oversee the performance or operation, to direct or oversee. And supervisor is a person who is responsible for guiding doctoral student or research students. Okay, sometimes there are universities calling the supervisors other names, which is tutor or thesis advisor. Okay, be it tutor or thesis advisor, it is the same as supervisor. It is parallel to supervisor. So the role is the same, which is to direct or oversee the performance or operation of the research students. Okay, for coursework student, no supervisors, supervisors per se, but they will have a tutor or they will have one lecturer to guide them, or you can call it supervisor as well, but supervisor in the research field is quite a little bit different compared to coursework student. Okay, next. Okay, these are the roles of supervisor. Okay, he or she can be director, can be a facilitator or a coach. He or she also can be an advisor, a mentor, a teacher, a guide, and they can give you critics and they have authority over you. Okay, sometimes look at the right column here. Okay, this is the silent role of supervisor. He or she can give you a freedom. Okay, can give you a freedom, can be your supporter, can be your friend as well. However, he or she can be your manager, your examiner, your role model, or guardian of standards. Okay, you can be friend with your supervisors with the limit of students and supervisor as well, but you can treat him or her or him as a friend. It's not a problem or it's not a sin. All right. So to ensure early that there is a clear sense of research questions, this is the most crucial part of role of supervisor. Sometimes when you meet your supervisor and you present your research proposal, don't be afraid to get criticism. Okay, sometimes the supervisor will be too vocal. Okay, too vocal, he or she can be mean sometimes, but nevertheless, if you are lucky enough, you can meet a very good supervisor, which is a very supportive and very motivating supervisor. It's okay if your first meeting with the supervisors, there are a lot of criticism. Maybe he or she can see that your potential of doing the research that you propose is, I can say, is not focused. Okay, that's why you get a lot of criticism by submitting your research proposal. But don't be afraid, don't get demotivated. It is a natural, it is a normal process. Okay, because our role is to clear sense of the research to make sure that your research is viable, your research is doable. Okay, sometimes you want to achieve, sometimes you students tend to be so ambitious. You want to, we can say you want to solve the world problem. But remember, PhD is just a tip of iceberg. Okay, it's just a tip. It's just a dot. It's just a dot. You just need to solve that dot's problem, not the world problem. Okay, so supervisors will guide you to focus. Not to do too much because you have a very limited time. We don't want you to waste your time. We want you to be focused. Hence, we will guide you a clear sense of research. Okay? And we want to help students engage with the field of scholarship. We want you to understand scholarly context of the work. Okay? All right, this is very crucial. How you want to choose your supervisor. You have the right to choose your supervisor. In UITM, you can suggest or you can nominate your supervisor, but it is up to the faculty or to the college academic committee to approve your nomination. Okay, choosing the supervisor, this is a very important step. In UITM, you can browse through experts.uitm.edu.my, our list of experts there. You can choose according to your field of study, or if you wish to give authority to the school, to the college to appoint you a suitable supervisor, it is okay too. But I strongly suggest for you to browse through expert.uitm.edu.my for those who are still in semester 1, and you can browse through according to the field of your research and find the one that you feel suitable, and you can approach them. Okay, go and talk to them. It's not a problem. Okay, but you can contact them via email, or if you have the phone number, just send a message. You want to meet them because you feel that he or she is the one that can guide you through your PhD journey. Okay, maybe another thing, you can browse through their curriculum vitae, their CV, okay, to study their current project. Sometimes one supervisor, they have a lot of too many PhD students or too many master students. So you can expect that they will spend less time with you. Okay, they maybe spend more time with the mature, more longer or older students, or students who have already in the system for quite a long time, or at the end of their PhD journey, yet you are still fresh, maybe they will spend less time with you. Okay, so it is up to you to choose your supervisor. Okay, it is up to you to choose your supervisor, but remember, whoever you nominate, it is up, the final say will come from your school, your faculty to approve your nomination or not. Okay, but I can say the important step is go and talk to them, and then you can study their current project. Is it suitable with you? Do they have grant that can help you to publish? They can help you to pay for your conference. They can help you to pay for your, some of them will pay for your, partly your tuition fee. So you can consider that for choosing your supervisor. Okay. Maybe you can look at his or her recent publication record too. Okay, Dr. Nizam already told you that you need, for master students, you need to publish at least one publication. For PhD students, you need to publish 2. which one paper need to successfully publish, while another one only accepted. Okay, so maybe by looking at the recent publication record, it gives you a glimpse of what kind of supervisor that your potential supervisors are. Okay, so choose professors that are currently active in research. What I can say, active means that he or she have a grant, have a active publication, have a series of students, a group of students who are currently being supervised by him or her in the recent year. Recent, we can call it recent by 3 to 4 years back. Okay, maybe you can look at the record starting from 2020, year 2020. How many students are there? How many publications have this particular candidate, particular supervisors already published? Maybe you can do that. Okay? Because there are certain professors that may be very active 10 years ago, but now maybe he or she is attached to an administrative role, so they are not as active as 10 years back. So that one, please avoid that kind of candidate because maybe he or she didn't have ample time to supervise you. Okay? And you can consider his or her recent graduates as well. If the last alumni of the supervisor have been successful, there are chances you may be too. You are learning from their past. Okay, this supervisor helps you to graduate in a reasonable time frame. Okay, however, there are always exceptions. Remember, you and your attitude make the difference. Okay, you and your attitude make your difference. Okay. And then maybe you have friends that doing the same research field as you. You may want your friend to refer to you to be in the same group, or you want to be his or her supervisor as well. So maybe you can talk to the current student, ask the students what are their experiences, how you want to deal. Is the supervisor is a difficult person? Is he or she okay? How about how about their mood? Is it easily swing or is it very good? How frequent you can meet them? It's no problem. You can have a chit chat. You can have a talk with the current students to know more about your choice. Okay, but be cautious because different people might have totally different perception. Okay, not necessarily one student is success with one supervisor. You also can succeed with that supervisor. It's a very subjective, okay? Because people might have totally different perception and people might have a very objective opinion upon you. So it's just a precaution action. You can choose, but choose wisely. It's not necessary one supervisor suitable with your friend. He or she will be suitable to you as well. Okay? Okay. This is a very classic comparison. Sometimes candidate, PhD or master by research candidate, very reluctant to appoint young faculty member. Okay? Why? Because they think that senior has more experience. Okay, as I said here, as I put here, this is an everlasting dilemma. Okay, this is an everlasting dilemma. But nowadays, there are a lot of PhD holders with a very good background and is very young. Okay, they are coming from the young generation. They have a PhD at the earlier age and they have a very good background with ample experience to supervise. Okay, so young supervisors, tend to be more active and motivated. And normally they have less administrative duties, hence they have more time to you, more time to attend your needs. Okay, you can get closer to your age group and therefore more fun because no generation gap. Okay, and then there can be more friendship. There can be more, you can create more friendship percentage to the relation advisors, students. You can have a very, I can say, very lively, very bubbly session with your young supervisors compared that you have a senior faculty member. However, the senior supervisor, they are more experienced and connected. Remember, in postgraduate studies, connections or networks are very important because you need these industry players, these networking skills when you want to gather your data, when you want to get respondents, when you want to have an interview, when you want to have a focus group discussion. These networking skills or networking, I can say networking benefit is very benefited to you. So by having a senior supervisor, maybe you can have less problem about finding a suitable respondents for your research. And normally, a senior faculty member, a senior supervisor have more grants. Okay, remember, grants, we can use grants to help students to pay for your conference, for your publication, and maybe your traveling expenses to get data, as long as the grant is suitable with your research project. Okay, so it is very, very good advantage if you have supervisors who is very active acquiring new grants because he or she have a good financial support for students under them. Okay, and maybe more alumni because more alumni has had the chance to give the world of some successful PhD. Okay, like me, I have 6 students, master students, and I have 3 PhD students. One has successfully graduated with PhD at year 2021, and currently I'm supervising 2. Okay, but I have an administrative post. However, I spend my weekend with them. They can meet me during weekend or during my free time, normally after 5. They can always contact me. They can always WhatsApp me to set an appointment. And maybe there are times that I meet them during after working hours by 8 to 11 p.m. Okay, no problem because we know those supervisors, and supervisors also know that when they commit, they agree to accept a PhD or a master by research student, they need to give time. They need to give their time to them. Okay, there's no such thing a very less busy weekend. No. Okay, we spend most of our weekend with the students. It's okay. Okay, and then expectations. Okay, for the one in Zoom session, please feel free. What are your expectations when you start your journey in master or PhD? Anyone? What are your expectations when you start your journey? Feel free, just unmute yourself and talk.
Hello, Doctor.
Yes.
Uh, Actually, right, I want to share what my experience are where I've been through my supervisor and kind of expectation, right?
Okay.
Because for me myself, I've dedicated myself to this path in the pursuit of knowledge, lah. So the expectation that I'm gonna get is what we call it as very a guidance at every step along the way, right?
Hmm.
But because looking at me, it's not I'm flexing or what. Yeah, but based on I myself realize I am a very diligent doing at work, so which sometimes it has a downside to it where which I am very diligent, and then I know what I do, but sometimes when I will try to consult to gain to ask for feedback, it says as if we got the description you can work within minimal supervision. So it's a struggle actually lah, because because you yourself as if macam that my experience not is it's not that he is not supporting me. He is a very good supportive lah. In fact, actually, but as how do you say that macam tu lah. It's sometimes we want comment, we want feedback, right? Because we don't always feel like some if whenever as if macam call it,
He give
he just
freedom
let
to you,
he give me freedom lah, give me freedom,
but
but
unlimited freedom.
but sometimes he let me drown. He let me drown. But along the way, as if I learn as I along the way. Is as if macam how I say.
Yeah. Is
My
it
my teacher is the experience that I go through when I do lah, because memang tu lah, I have no guide whatsoever. It's a self-learn journey. So so it's hard. Sometimes it's a struggle lah, because it's not only during my PhD, also during my master also I noticed the same pattern that it's almost as if I have lead the supervisory team. I know what I do, whatsoever, what at
okay?
least so
Alright. Let me
I don't I
let me
think
comment on this.
okay.
Okay. Before I get another response, let me comment on this. Okay. During my journey in completing my PhD, the first thing that my supervisor said to me was, when I first meeting with her, she said that, Mazwana, do you know that PhD is about self-learning? So this is what she told me. Okay, we train you to be an independent researcher. You can come to me when you stumble upon problem, and let's find the solution together. That's what she said to me. And during my journey of my PhD, I can say that it's not a lonely journey because I have friends, but self-learning is correct. Self-learning is very, very correct. Okay, I need to learn by myself. However, maybe your supervisor, our friends who shared his stories just now, maybe you want comments from whatever you have done, but sadly your supervisor's not providing them. Is it correct? You need some sorts of comment, but not giving much of them. Is it correct?
Yeah, because we also want to know, because I'm very self-conscious of myself, because I don't look at a profession. I'm looking at my flaw, which I can improve, I can upgrade myself, because my life is a continual self-upgrade. You
Yeah.
never if you are never gonna be I never be complacent. I always in seek of try to improve myself, becoming better and better and better.
Okay, it's very good that you have that kind of sense. But remember, the first thing I said just now, because supervisors are human. Okay, supervisors are human. They tend to have a kind of maybe you feel neglect, or maybe they are having too much work, so they pay less attention to you. However, what I can suggest to you is, um, create a group among PhD students, maybe who share the same supervisors, or maybe in your faculty, the same faculty, different supervisors. It's okay. Sometimes you learn more with your friends rather than your supervisors, because your supervisor is maybe like me. I am the supervisor. I am a supervisor too. But when my student come, I know that they want me to check their work and they want me to give comment. They don't want to hear, it's okay, your work is okay, you can proceed, because you always think that whatever I've done, is it okay? Is it enough? Is it correct? You always have that kind of question in your head. Okay,
Yeah.
but supervisor's role is to enlighten you, is to give answers to your questions. Okay, so no worries. I know that you are a very diligent student. I believe that you have done so much. I think your supervisors think that you are in the correct path. Therefore, less comment on you. Okay, I think you can be grateful. You can brag about that. I think you have done a very good job. So less worry of your supervisors. So your supervisor think that you are in the correct path. Then not so many comments on your work. Okay, but please, you can have always come. You can have a very you can come to your supervisor constantly, maybe around 2 weeks, once in 2 weeks, to meet him and show your work, even though no comments on your work, show that you are a very diligent student and you know what you do. Okay, it's good. It's good. I would be very thankful if I have a very diligent student like you. Okay, so no worries. PhD is about self-learning, and PhD is about, I don't want to say I think a very normal quote, which is PhD is lonely. No, you can always have friends. Okay, you can always talk to your friends. You have nowadays in Facebook, you have doctorate support group. You can chit chat there. You can find somebody else who doing more or less same field as you. Okay, so no worries. We know that students have a very high expectations on while they are embarking their PhD journey, and supervisors have their expectations too. Okay, so we are trying to match your expectation and our expectation for us to have a very smooth journey of your PhD or your master. Okay, so good luck, and I think you are in the correct path. Okay, maybe you can have a heart-to-heart session with your supervisor saying that I need some comments, doctor, I need professors, I need some comments. Do whatever I did until today, is it okay? Do you think I'm in the correct path? You can always have that questions to your supervisor. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I think no problem on that. Maybe your expectation and your supervisors, in my opinion, my personal opinion, your supervisor thinks that you are in the correct path. Therefore, not so many comments made for you. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
let's go to the next one. After this, we have another short exercise. Okay. Expectation of students. These are coming from Philip and Pat. Normally, students have some set of expectation towards supervisors. They think that supervisors are friendly. They want a friendly supervisor who is open and supportive and read work well in advance, availability of supervisor, interest in research, constructively critical, good knowledge of the research area, meeting for exchange of ideas, and sufficient interest in their research to guide the students, as well as you expect a supervisor to be your role model and maybe your academic role development. Okay, maybe some of you might have one or two or more expectation listed in this slide in your head. When you want to choose your supervisor, you expect him or her to be anything in this slide. Okay, it's not wrong. You can have that expectation. Okay, what else? Okay, these are the expectation of supervisors on the students. Okay, just now we know that what are the expectations of students towards the supervisors. These are the vice versa. Okay, we want students to be independent. Okay, we want students to be independent because you are not undergraduate. You are mature enough to continue your research alone, independently. Not alone, but I can say independently. Okay, produce draft, a regular meeting with students, and honest in reporting their progress, as well as follow the advice given. Okay, we want a kind of student who excited about their work and to surprise us and fun to work with. Okay, this is a true story that I have one kind of students who is very, when I look at her, I feel depressed because she looks so stressed. Okay, she looks so stressed. I admit that doing postgraduate studies is very depressing, stressing sometimes, is very stressful. However, there are always solutions to a problem. The key is come and see your supervisor. Maybe not your supervisor, you can have a chit chat or you can have a session, heart-to-heart session with your friends as well. Okay, if you don't want to meet your supervisors because the problem is related to your supervisors, then talk to your friends. Okay, it maybe will heal your stress, will get you more active, and you can complete your journey successfully. Okay, find friends, not necessarily in the same field. It's just a friend that you can talk to. Okay, it is very, I can say, is very lucky of you if you have a supervisors who can treat you as a friend. Okay, so this is a very tricky question, how you can understand your supervisors. Remember, we are humans, tendency for us to change rapidly, or we have a mood swing is very normal. So how you can understand your supervisor? You need to know what are their goals, what are their skills, and this is a very important one, what they hate most, and what is their inadequacies, what are their inadequacies. That is, okay, number 2, 3, and number 2 and number 4. This is why we give you co-supervisors. Okay, sometimes the main supervisor does not have a set of skills which can be offered by the co-supervisors, and maybe they have inadequate knowledge about something, so they get help from the co-supervisors. These are the role of co-supervisors, to be to complement each other. Okay, if they don't have any particular research skills, so we will appoint somebody to be your co-supervisors who can give you that set of skills and that set of knowledge. Okay, that is why you can have more than one co-supervisors. Okay, you can have maximum 3 co-supervisors. Maybe each one of them have a different set of skill and they can complete each other. So you should consider you are lucky enough to have a set of co-supervisors who are very diligent and very happy to help you. Okay, so don't get afraid. Don't get afraid that, oh, doctor, I have to appoint, they want me to appoint another 2 co-supervisors. I don't want to work with a lot of people during my PhD. But remember my slide here. Okay, each supervisor have a limitation of their skills. So not all of us are equipped with 100% all skills in the world. That's why we seek help from each other, from other person. Therefore, we appoint co-supervisors to help you, to help us, to help the supervisors as well, to complete you, to complete the PhD journey. Okay, so remember, a set of people, this set of people may be two students, two co-supervisors can help you better rather than you have only one co-supervisor. Okay, let me check my battery. Okay, give me a minute because I need to solve my charging problem here. Okay, give me 5 minutes. I need to get my extension wire. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Okay, what else? What are their goals? Okay, supervision is not a well-paid job. We are not paid to do specifically for supervision. It is one of our tasks. Okay, supervising students at different universities, sometimes clearly the goal is not money. So what is their motivating factors? What are the motivating factors for us, the supervisors? Okay, because we want to giving back to the system. We want to share our experience, our knowledge, our skills with other students. Okay, we want to create a scientific legacy. And of course, we want to multiplying their input. Okay, this is our goal. When you choose us as a supervisor, we have this mind. We have this in our mind. We want to give back to the system. We want to give whatever knowledge we get during our PhD, our master to our new students because we want to create a scientific legacy. Why we call it scientific legacy? Because research is scientific works. Even though you are in social science research, is a scientific. Scientific is something that need to do progressively. They have specific stage. You cannot surpass stage 1 to go to stage 2. You cannot start your research in stage 2, directly stage 2. You have to proceed with stage 1, complete stage 1, go to stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5, and then complete your PhD. That's what we call scientific legacy. Okay, we want to teach you scientifically how to do your research. Okay, and their skills. Remember, supervisors can offer you different skills over the life cycle of your PhD. Okay, you have read so much, you think that you acquire a very good knowledge on something, but please meet your supervisor, discuss it academically. Maybe your supervisors can give you a new set of skills, maybe something that you did not ever encounter before during your reading. Okay, and at the start, maybe you can identify a good question, knowing what has already been done. Okay, knowing what has already been done is by reading your research journal that have the same nature of research, so you know whatever currently happening in your research world. Okay, and you need to anticipate when a problem will be too hard or too easy. Okay, when stumble upon problem, you can always find your supervisor. Okay, because we will act as mediator and problem solver as well. Okay. While in the middle, you may watch over the bigger picture and nudging you in good direction, and of course, identifying common pitfalls. So we are keeping an eye on the clock. Okay. Because we want you to graduate, of course, graduate on time. However, if you do not have rezeki or sustenance to have a GOT, we want you to complete as fast as possible. Okay. However, you need to comply to all the requirement and you need to produce acceptable standards of PhD or master by research. Therefore, we keeping eye on the clock. Okay. At the end, this is the classic problem with PhD students. Some good students thinking that whatever they have done up to that time is not sufficient. He wants to do more. He wants to do more. When the supervisor say that it's okay, I think you have complete all the objective and you have achieved the outcome, and I think you can conclude your research now and ready for submission. I think your PhD is done. You can submit your thesis. Okay, some student will find it, is it done? Is it okay? They always have doubtful, they always have doubt that their work is okay. Okay, please know that your supervisor know best when you can stop. Okay, knowing what a thesis look like and anticipate problems areas for your Viva. Okay. What the supervisor hates most, students who quit because it is wasted effort all around, and students who finish late. I cannot say that I hate students who finish late. No, because it is all about, because doing a PhD, there will be a lot of problem will come along your journey. So this is very, very subjective, but I cannot say that I hate students who finish late. But we are trying our best to finish your journey as fast as possible. Okay. But students who finish late, they know writing up isn't that pleasant, but it needs to be done. Okay. I know writing is not something very, very, I can say writing is not miserable, but writing can put you into a misery. Okay. However, you have to do that. You have to do that. By hook or by crook, you hate it so much, but yet you have to complete it. Okay. Remember this, but it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Somewhere it needs to be done. So you need to be on track. You need to be on track. You need to get motivated to finish your write-up. I know write-up is a very tiring process. Okay. Adequacies, inadequacies. What are inadequacies? Supervisors are human too. We are unable to read your mind. We are unable to manage. Sometimes we are unable to manage our time as well. Okay, even though we have calendar and we have the same 24 hours a day, but sometimes supervisors incapable to manage their time, maybe too many things on their plate. And remember, okay, we are human, we cannot remember much. So don't get offended when you come and see your supervisor. Supervisor always asks you, okay, what are the last things? What were the last things I talked to you about? What are the things that I asked you to do? Don't get offended if you were being questioned like that. Okay, because we cannot remember much. We cannot remember much. We have a lot of students, we have a lot of things to think as well, like you, but we cannot remember much. So don't get offended if you keep being asked the same thing again and again. Okay? All right, so we are going for supervision styles. Okay. Supervision style, there are a lot of supervisors and most of us, to those who social science, who study about styles, leadership styles, maybe this is a very, very related to you, because supervision is a leadership as well. So there are a lot of styles. So there are different categories of students as well. Okay, because some students are immature and unconfident student, you will see your supervisor as a big daddy. You rely so much to him or her, okay, because you have unconfident or immature. So you want to be guided as much as possible. Okay, so student may have requisite tools and skills to do research. However, your ability to work independently not well developed. So this is a very challenging students to supervisor as well, because you need a constant supervision for you to grow, for you to move from one step to another step. Okay, however, there are somewhat mature, somewhat confident student. This is what supervisor as looking supervisor as a mentor. Okay, looking supervisor as a mentor. You have a very good knowledge. You prepare your work a lot, and you confident on whatever you do. But the student needs moderately detailed direction to get going. Okay, and another category of student which is very mature, a very confident student who look supervisor as a senior colleague. Okay, this is a fairly general level where you need a minimum guidance and supervision. Okay, so students, maybe you can categorize yourself in these categories. Okay, who are you? The immature one, a somewhat mature one, or a very mature student? Okay, so maybe you can expect what the supervisor expect from you. If you are immature, we expect you to be more mature after you finish your PhD. If you somewhat mature and looking supervisor as mentoring, maybe at the end of your journey, we hope that you get better from your supervisor. Okay. So supervisor style. We call apprentice style. What is the apprentice style? Okay. Supervisor is the master. Student work as an apprentice on problems selected by master. Okay, this is the kind that student who have a vague proposal, maybe I can say a weak proposal. So you develop your proposal from scratch with your supervisor. So you are his apprentice, his protege. Okay, you do what your supervisor wants to do. Okay. However, assuming a competent master, if your supervisor is good enough, you can reduce significant reduction of time to formulate a problem and development of specific skills for the type of problem with the master, because you have a full guidance. Okay, you have a full guidance. So you can cut time to have a messy or to formulate a problem, maybe less time to read because your supervisor helped you so much to formulate the problem for you. You are the one who will execute the work. Okay. However, there are certain severe disadvantages. Because we help you so much, you may not develop an ability to formulate research. Okay, and you cannot conduct it independently. Okay, I can say that apprentice style, maybe it's very good for student who does not have much experience, maybe straight after undergraduate and continue postgraduate. Maybe they have this kind of ability, but I sure that most of the students are capable on doing a basic proposal, a basic problem or research problem. Okay. So who is very suitable for this kind strong master apprentice style? This is a very good for student who is immature and experienced like this one. The category number 1, you should have an apprentice style supervisor. Okay. Number 2, collegial master or apprentice style. This is within the general domain of expertise, meaning that your supervisor is expert in one thing. Okay, so you can work well. Both supervisors and students were interested in a problem, and supervisor had sufficient expertise to provide good guidance. This is a very normal domain. Most of the supervisors and student relationship or leadership style is this one, collegial, master or apprentice style. You propose one topic, you propose a research topic, and your supervisor is interested in that kind of topic too. Okay, so you have mutual agreement there. So both of you will work hard to get the things done, to get whatever your research objectives are completed. Okay. This is a collegial development style. This is a joint learning experience. It's not much different from this number 2. It's still a style where both of you working together to achieve certain aims. Your supervisor have a set of knowledge. You also have a same knowledge, and you together synergize to work well and to achieve your ambition. Okay, joint learning experience. Supervisors start with more experience, but both are learning details of research area. Okay, it fits when supervisor willing to expand his or her research competence. And remember, joint learning experience, it can be a very interesting journey where you and your supervisors together learning a new knowledge and experience a new knowledge together. Okay? But there are one disadvantage criteria where this kind of style will fail when supervisor was not willing to make the investment to be competent. He or she just want you to go and find new knowledge and then brief him. What you gain from the seminar you attend last week, you tell me. But he or she didn't want to invest, to join together, to learn together with you. It will fail. So this kind of style will fail if the supervisor do not commit much. Okay? Guidance and suggestion style. Actually, all the supervisor will have a general advising skills. Okay? But we limit ourselves to give advice on our set of experts or as per our experience or as per our skill of knowledge only. We don't want to give advice for the things that we are unsure. Okay, unsure. So it's a very good, work best with the students who are willing and able to take initiative and take responsibility for learning the research domain and appropriate research method. Okay, this is a very good if we have a mature and independent students. Okay, mature and independent students, you can find somebody who will lead you, who will give you guidance and suggestion during your journey. Okay, so it's very good with mature students who took initiative. This is very good for proactive students. The passive hands-off style. Who is the passive hands-off style? Laissez-faire style. Supervisor takes the role of general quality control reader. Okay, quality control reader, actually student must take initiative to define a problem, decide on research method, develop a research plan, and so forth. He gives you freedom. Okay, laissez-faire style is the one who give you freedom. You can do whatever you want. You just come to me, come to give your proposal, and it's up to you. It's your research. You do it yourself. You stumble upon problem, you come and see me. That's a passive hands-off style leadership of supervisors. Okay? But supervisor respond to the student plans and initiative with some suggestions. Responsibility is almost entirely with students. That's what I said. I quote just now. It's your research. You know well. You know more than me. You know what you want. So this is your research. It's always come back to your research. Okay, this is not suitable to the independent, to the immature student. But this kind of style is very, very good for a very mature student. I think for immature student, it is likely to be a disaster. Okay, because you have a very shallow knowledge on research. Yet your supervisor is a very passive hands-off style. He just let whatever you want to do and come back if you have problems. Yet you come back with problems, there's no solution as well. So this is a very likely to be a disaster for our immature students. So those who think that you need to be guided, 100%, close monitoring, close supervision. Please avoid this kind of supervisor. Okay? How you want to know that your potential supervisor is this kind of leadership? That's what I say. You can always have a session with your peer colleague or your peer students, or you can have a session with his current student to know him better. If you think from the student story that his leadership is kind of passive hands-off, and you know that you need to be closely monitored and you need to work closely supervised, do not choose him or her as your supervisor. It will likely give you a very bad journey. Okay? Okay, this is a sample of supervision form that I always ask my student to fill in before he came or he or she come to see me. Okay, you need to get prepared. You need to get prepared before you come to see your supervisor. You can put on the date, time. This is some kind of logbook. Okay, some kind of logbook. Some universities, it is compulsory for each students to get a logbook and record everything that you do with your supervisor. Okay, but UiTM does not have that kind of logbook, but you can do it on your own. Okay, I always provide this with to my supervisee. Just put the date, time, and location, and then who in present. Sometimes I bring along a colleague of mine who is able to help me to solve the student's problem. And what are the things that you want to do during the meeting? And then you can summarize the meeting point, the discussion point, and then what is the next course of action that you need to do based on your discussion. Okay, and then you can record the deadline of your current task given by the supervisors. Okay, so on the next session, you can come and refer to this journal, refer to this log, whatever have discussed before, and this is the things that you complete after the discussion. So this is a very good track to keep track on whatever you have done and whatever the things that your supervisor suggests you to do. Okay, you can get this. I'm going to share the slides as well. So you can use this freely because this is a free template. I get it from internet. I just implement it to my students. So I think this is the best thing that I can keep because, you know, I cannot remember much. Okay, I cannot remember. I always ask, what are the things that we discussed on our last meeting? I'll always ask my student to recall whatever I've said on our previous meeting. So this is the thing that I create. I ask my student to fill in. So the next time he come, he just flip through the log And then, oh, doctor, you discuss about this, and I have done this. Could you take a look on it? And then we discuss from there. I think this is a very good example for you to follow. Perhaps it can help you much to organize your work and help you to get a better supervision. Okay, so this will be shared with you, my slides, so you can get it from there. All right. Okay, what's more? Okay, conflict. We cannot say everyone will have a very beautiful, a very smooth journey during your research works. Okay, there must be conflicts. We are humans. We love conflicts. Okay, sometimes conflicts is good, but sometimes it will turn bad. Okay, how you can deal with conflicts? Okay, remember, conflict is common. It is very uncommon for you not having any conflict in your life. You should be blessed if you don't have any conflict in your life. But we human, we are tendency for us to get conflicted or to deal with conflict is very, very high. Okay, we will deal with conflict almost every day. But the important thing is how you deal with conflict. Okay, the second quote, supervision is like a marriage. This is a quote by my supervisor. Even though my supervisor is a woman, she's a female, 10 years older than me. I look her as my sister. Okay, we have a very good relationship. I look at her as my friends and my sister. So she said to me, you know what? Supervision is like a marriage. It can be successful, it can be fail. Okay. However, it takes two to tango. She always talk to me like that. You know, it takes two to tango. You cannot dance alone. Okay, you cannot dance tango alone. It's always couple. So, just like a marriage, even a divorce is possible. However, we want to avoid the divorce. We want to avoid the divorce. Hence, you have to keep working together to find solution to get to improve yourself so you can move to the next stage of your research journey. Okay, but remember, supervision is like a marriage. It can be fail anytime and it can succeed too. Okay, be aware of your supervisor's other concern. You cannot expect that you are the only person, you are the only students of your supervisors. Supervisors always have undergraduate teaching. Okay, I have 2 subjects on my plate to complete 14 weeks lecture, undergraduate, and I have undergraduate supervisions about 12 of them. Okay, and then I have other PhD master by research supervisors as well. Okay, if you add up my undergraduate 12, and then I have PhD 3, and then MSc plus coursework around 6-7 of them. Just calculate. We always have around 20 students, 20 plus students around us. So we don't have any research assistants and research staff. We work alone. Okay, and we have our KPI, our target. We have our target for our own publication, not from the students, but our publications, our own publications. And of course, we were burdened by departmental administration as well. Okay, we need to be that kind of coordinator, that position of coordinatorship, a lot of administration works, not only be a supervisor. And we have other professional roles as well. Okay, like me, I am a surveyor. I have other jobs, other tasks with my professional bodies as well. So we have a lot on our plate. So you have to be fair to us. We want to spend time with you, yet we have so little time and we have to divide that time to too many things. So maybe don't get despair or don't get sad if your invitation to meet your supervisor being turned down. Maybe if he or she meet you at that time, at that particular busy time, he cannot commit or he cannot give you a very good advice because he is running out of time. So maybe you can postpone your meeting and suggest other time that suit to him. Okay? So you have always concern with your supervisor's schedule to avoid conflicts. Sometimes we get a very busy schedule, yet you insist to meet your supervisors. Okay, we don't want to create conflicts where I don't have time, but you coerce me. Okay, you paksa I to meet you. Therefore, our outcome will not be as pleasant as whatever you expect to be. Sometimes the supervisor will get mad. You will feel what I can say. When we get mad, you think that you done a very bad job. No, maybe it's not in a correct time. The meeting was held in a very rushing mode. So we cannot put our 100% mind on your research journey. So it will create conflict then. So please be aware of your supervisor schedule. Okay. Okay, what are the potential problems for students? You always think that you will face a lack of guidance, unavailability. You want to meet your supervisor, but he or she always busy. I don't have time for you. No, we postpone our meeting next time. But the next time, you want to meet him or her, always unavailable. So this is a very common problems. Okay, insufficiently critical. You submit your work, he or she just cursory reading, just browse through and give a comment that you did not expect the comment to be like that. It's not critical enough. Okay, this is a very dangerous where it will lead you to a bigger problem later. Okay, sometimes it will give problems if you have a kind of supervisor who overly critical as well. You will easily get demotivated if it is overly critical. Okay, insufficiently critical is not good, but overly critical is not good as well. We want it to be moderate. Okay, we want it to be moderate. And lack of knowledge in subject area. Okay, if the supervisor have a lack of knowledge in subject area, is not good. However, the solution is to appoint the co-supervisor, but it is really not good if the students have lack of knowledge in his or her subject area. You know, you are the one who will answer the Viva. You are the one who do the writing. We are the one who will read your manuscript and we will guide you to repair or add or delete whatever unrelated comments, unrelated things in your thesis. However, you are the one, the master of your research. You have to have a sufficient knowledge on your research area. Okay, so combined with the knowledge of your supervisors, it can be a very well done thesis. Okay. Potential problem for supervisors. We can be overly dependent, lack of honesty, uncontactable, lack enthusiasm, don't follow advice, oversensitive to criticism, and lack commitment. These are the potential problems, potential problems of students. Therefore, it is potential problems for supervisors. We avoid to deal this kind of students. It's not good if you are overly dependent. We want you to be independent. However, not so much freedom until we want to contact you, we don't know where are you. Okay, because it's freedom too much freedom. Okay, you go anywhere. It's very hard to contact you. I don't know where you are. I don't know what is your progress. I don't know whatever you have done until now. So it's not good. but there are some students like that. Okay, we hate a lack of honesty. I know there are AI now. We know there are chat GPT now. We know that there are side AI, any AI things that can help you writing, but please use that sufficiently or use it as a tools to help you, not the main things that help you to do all the write-ups or to do all the works. AI is good, but please use it brilliantly. Okay, it's just a machine. It's just a machine. You can beat the machine. Okay, AI is not something wrong to use, but use it accordingly. Okay, lack of honesty is a very, very bad. If you do not know that kind, whatever things that your supervisors want you to do, just say, I don't know, but I can find more information on it. Okay, just be honest. Just be honest. And then we don't want students lack of enthusiasm. Okay, lack of enthusiasm. But doing PhD, doing master by research, I admit that there are times that you feel down. Hence, it will portray you as a lack of enthusiasm. Take a break, close your thesis, get rid of your research for 2 to 3 days, do other things, go sports, go doing sports, futsal, badminton, swimming, or whatever you want to do. If ladies, some of you might feel that you don't want to do your research, you want to take a short break with your research, do baking or whatever you want to do, hiking, go shopping, it's okay. But later, after 2 or 3 days, come back stronger. Okay, just take a short break, forget everything about your research, do the things that you like, and then come back again. Okay, so we don't want any students that do not follow our advice. That's why I advise you to use this kind of log for you to keep track on whatever advice or whatever things that need to be done before you can meet your supervisor. Okay, so this can track, this log can track your progress as well. So this is a very good practice where this can help you to prepare whatever you want to discuss with your supervisors. So if your supervisors look that you have this kind of log, he or she will be pleasant. Okay. Okay, basis of problem is lack of communication and mismatched expectations and of course personality clash and competing pressures. I would like to highlight the number 4, competing pressures. You always try to compare yourself with other PhD students. Why he do such? Why I didn't do such? No, remember, each one of you doing a different set of research. So you will face a different set of problem. He or she, your friend, will face a different set of problems. Do not compare. Okay, do not compare. But I know it's unavoidable for you to compare your progress. Why I didn't do such? Why he didn't do? Why he do so much? Why I didn't come through this? Okay, it's always coming to your mind like that. You always want to compare, but please avoid at any cost. Okay, it won't do any good to you. Okay, it won't do any good to you. Do not compare. Okay, and of course, personality clash as well is unavoidable. You think when you choose your supervisor, you think that he or she is compatible to you. However, remember, supervision is about marriage. You think you found your Mr. Right, your Miss Right. You're the one, okay? You meet you're the one and you get married. However, the marriage is failed. The marriage failed and leads to divorce. Okay, however, we want to avoid that divorce. Okay, personality clash always can overcome it with a good communication. Communicate each other. Tell each other what you don't want, what is your problem, what he or she need to solve, what is the thing that you don't like. Okay? And then this is how you can deal with the conflict. You identify first what is your conflict and then try to communicate it. And you always have to be realistic. Do not overly thinking. You have to be realistic. If you overthink, that might leads you to another conflict. Okay? Good to be overthinking once in a while. Okay? However, avoid it at all costs if it will be, as it will haunted you. Okay? You feel you are not enough. You feel you are not good enough. So overthinking is not good. Keep realistic. Be realistic. Be realistic. You will face problem. You will face problem, but somehow you'll find solution. So be realistic. And of course, be organized. Okay, like I told you, use the logbook, use a diary to keep track on whatever things that you discuss with your supervisor. And of course, be professional. If you want to communicate with your lecturer, with your supervisors, if you want to message him, you want to email him, always salute him first. Assalamualaikum, doctor. Sorry to disturb you. I want to submit my draft. If you have time, please have a look on it, and I appreciate, or I'm looking forward to have to read comments on your side. Okay, please be professional, be polite. However, coming to criticism, please be open. Okay, do not be very defensive. Okay, flexible and honest. Okay, and alert supervisors the problem as they arise. So Zulhilmi saying that depend on how well you can manage your time. Okay, what are the key success factor of those who already succeed? The recipe for success in PhD. Because I have completed my PhD, I can say yes, Nabila, time management is very, very crucial. Okay, what are the things that differentiate you, the success and the failure one is time management. We always have same 24 hours, but the way you manage your time will differentiate you, the failures from the failures and the one who succeed. Okay, time management. Okay, conflict is conflict, but how you deal it and how you can get improved from the conflict is very important. So time management is a very good thing to discuss. Okay, remember, we always have the same 24 hours, but how we divide our work into that 24 hours, effective 24 hours is very, very crucial. Okay. All right, compromise, discuss expectations, sufficient notice for request. Do not request something that you want to meet tomorrow. You want to meet tomorrow morning. You message your supervisors at night. Doctor, can I meet you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m.? Remember, your supervisor has their own set of schedule. Okay, I believe that you as well have your set of schedule as well. So please, if you want to meet your supervisors, plan it accordingly. Okay, plan it accordingly. See, use logbook and arrange next meeting ahead of time. You always work with schedule. Okay, scheduling is very important. That's why time management is very important. What else? If problem persists, speak to your second supervisor. Okay, approach your faculty's coordinator, or the ultimate steps is if the conflict being continued, no solution at all, you feel it is burden to you. You can go to your faculty's dean. But please, whatever it is, we try to be in a win-win situation. Meet your supervisor first, tell what is your problem. Maybe there are solutions to the problems. And if there are no solutions that you think you need a new set of supervisor, please get help from the faculty. Okay, get help from the faculty. I didn't say that there's no problem about your supervisors. It's human, right? So we are tend to have problems with each other. It's normal. However, if it is unavoidable and it leads you to a bigger problem, which your supervisor, you and your supervisor couldn't reach a consensus or couldn't reach the same solution, you can always opt for changing supervisor. Okay, it is unavoidable, but please bear in mind that you have another chance to nominate other supervisors. But please see your head of postgraduate at your faculty first, discuss together how you can move from your current supervisor to the new supervisor, provided that you have a problem with your first supervisor that will unsolved problem. Despite of whatever action you have taken, the problem persists. The problem still ongoing or prolonged problem, no solution, go and see your head of postgraduate studies in your faculty and seek help from them. Maybe they can suggest you to the new set of supervisors. Okay? See, if else fail, you can change your supervisor. It is a normal procedure. Don't get afraid to change supervisors, provided that you have taken so many actions to solve the problem. However, it persists, it prolongs. So the best thing is to change your supervisor. It is okay. Okay, it is okay. However, you need to follow the correct procedure to change your supervisor. Okay. Why should you manage your supervisor? Because your supervisor should be busier than you. Maybe your supervisors not aware of academic regulations, but I bet that all the supervisors have a set of knowledge in supervising and academic regulations knowledge, a basic academic regulation knowledge. However, you have your head of postgraduate studies. Should you have any queries and your supervisors cannot enlighten you on your queries, you can come back to IPSIS to help you to enlighten your inquiries. Okay, so maybe your enthusiasm and organization may impress them and you want to complete on time with as few problems as possible, and your supervisor will be your key reference for future jobs. Okay, that's why you need to manage your supervisor. Okay, a good relationship with your supervisor will benefit you in your future. Remember that. Okay. What else? You can manage your supervisor by have a weekly meeting, not necessarily every week, maybe once in a fortnight, or you can have a monthly meeting. Like me, I have a monthly meeting with my supervisors. I always meet them at the last week of each month. Last week of each month, that is an open week for me, so students can come to me anytime on that particular time. Okay, you can take the initiative because the PhD is yours. Okay, I can say that be proactive. Be proactive. Time management, you can succeed. Learn how to communicate, including disagreeing without making it personal. Sometimes students always say yes. They don't know how to say no. Okay, your supervisors ask you to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that continuously. And you always say yes. You always say yes. You have to learn how to say no and how to put stop into something. Okay, maybe not necessarily all things that he or she wants you to attend is good to you. Okay, so you have to learn how to disagree without making it personal. Okay, this is a very difficult because he or she is your supervisor and you don't want to do that kind of thing that he asks you to do. But please disagree in a very polite way. Okay? Try to meet the deadline. If we give you 2 weeks, do it in 2 weeks or sooner. Okay? Try to understand their character. You can read your supervisor's character. She's the one that very strict, very easy to please, very freedom giver. What kind of person he or she? Okay. And then, okay, your supervisor, you as supervisee, we are very, very proud if we have supervisee. We are very proud if we have postgraduate students. I myself would brag to my colleague. If he or she did a very good job, I will say, of course, I will praise him. I will praise her. She's very good. She's very diligent. She's very smart student. Because you a supervisee, is an ambassador to your supervisor. You will carry his or her name along your research journey. Okay, so this is coming where your networking, your supervisor introduce you to somebody, he or she will say, this is my student, please guide him, or you please help him when he needs help. Okay, this will improve your scientific context and your social networking as well. Okay. Okay, this is the authority of supervisor and freedom of student. This is a very, I can say this is a graphical. Okay, supervisor makes decision and announce. Supervisor sells decision. Supervisor presents decision, invite questions. Okay, so students, if you see here, more freedom, students take action and present results. Okay, during this first stage, student accept decision and take action. You have a very limited freedom there because you need to follow whatever your supervisor's suggestion. Okay, and then you listen and question decisions. Do I need to do this, doctor? Do I need to do this, prof? Is it sufficient for me to do like this? Or I need to learn something else to solve this problem? Okay, if you look towards the end, when you have completed everything along the way, okay, student takes action and present results. This is the ultimate freedom to the students where everything have taken into consideration and you can confidently take action and present the results because you have complied everything along the way to present the results. Okay, present the results, you can say it is a Viva. In your research, this is a Viva stage. Everything you do is according to the stage, according to the progress, according to the process. Okay, the scientific process. And finally, you can be proud to answer the question and present your results during your Viva. So your ultimate freedom is when you can answer confidently during your Viva. Your supervisors can take credit, a very small credit, on your effort during your Viva. Okay, he or she can brag to others if you do well, but fret not. If you do not do well, we always proud of you as well. Maybe you stumble upon problem, you come across something during your Viva, make you to do a re-Viva. It's okay. It's just a process. Maybe after that, it's a check and balance. Maybe you need to check back whatever things that suggested during the Viva. Maybe you can get corrected it with your supervisors after that. Okay, don't feel that you are a failure, you are a bad student if you get a very bad or negative comments on your work. It's not like that. Okay, maybe it's kind of mismatch there. Okay, you can you can smoothen your journey by, I can say, by repair, improve your communication, do whatever your supervisor asks you to do, and do not get afraid to disagree on whatever your supervisor is suggesting. Okay, perhaps it can help you to face a PhD or a research journey better. Okay. I think I have a few slides more. So PhD is a long journey. It's not 100-meter sprint. Do not believe if other tells you that, oh, PhD, I can do my PhD within 6 months. No, it's not such a short journey. Okay, however, you can complete your PhD within 1.5 years. Okay, I have friends who completed her PhD in 18 months. It's doable. It's doable. Okay, but I didn't have any experience encounter students who can complete his or her PhD within a year. No, I think 18 months is the shortest period for you to get awarded a PhD. Okay, remember, PhD is a long journey. It's not a 100-meter sprint. Do things in moderation. Do things in moderation. You need to have a physical activities. You need to have enough sleep. You have to have a very good relationship with others. And you can do hobbies. You can do your readings, whatever things you want to do along the way. It's not that 100% you focus on your PhD. Remember, you have to enjoy doing the PhD, not suffer. Okay, and you have to maintain your soul, relationship with your gods, with your friends. You have to maintain that one too. Okay, for Islam, for Muslim, we always have Allah. You can come back, you can always refer when you are suffering, when you have problem, ask Allah for guidance. Supervisor is just a medium for you to solve the problem, but with Allah's will, we can solve that problem. Okay, come back, repair your relationship with God, with your friends, because whatever problems you could not talk to your supervisors, please find friends to talk to them. Do not keep it in your heart. It's not good. Find somebody for you to talk to. Okay? Do all things in moderation. Remember, if you are happy, you will produce more and better research. If you do it in force, by force, the results won't be as good as you do it happily. Okay? You will become miserable if you burn out. You will become miserable if you burn out. Okay? Take a break at least once a week, maybe on Sunday, or maybe in the middle week, on Wednesday, you declare yourself it is your short break day, and then do something else. It's not a sin for you to take a break from your research. Just a brief break. A day won't give you any harm. Okay? Take a break, reward yourself. Okay? Take a break, reward yourself after a big project deadline. Okay? Keep moving with your everyday activities. Remember, happy you will produce a better results. You should do your works happily. So it will portray in your product. Okay, have a nice meal, go to the movies, go to the gym, you can do your shopping therapy, you can play sports. It's not a sin, it's not a problem. Just continue on whatever you want to do. Your hobbies, just continue. It's not that you are doing your postgraduate journey, your postgraduate studies, you stop doing all your hobbies. No, it's not like that. Okay? And conclusion, working with your supervisors needs skills. Listening, negotiating, interpersonal skills, creativity, and remembering that they too have a life. Both of us have our own life. So you need to listen, you need to negotiate, you need some interpersonal skills and some creativities. Match together with your supervisor, inshallah, you will have a very good and smooth journey of your research studies. Okay? So efficient time management here and a very good supervision is a combo. It's a success combo. Okay? Succeed at work and have fun. And this is the final quote from me. Good supervisors can take you to incredible heights. They help you to learn to fly, providing the wind beneath you and providing a net for when you fall. So remember this. Okay, good supervisors can take you to incredible heights. He or she can introduce you to the new side of the world. However, you need to learn. They help you to learn to fly, providing the wind beneath you and providing a net for you to fall. But back to basic, PhD is all about your work. It is your effort, and us, supervisor, is the one who guide you to overcome problems for you to succeed in your own research journey. Remember that. Okay? So this is point to ponder. This is final one. Is this true? Writing your thesis, you spend so much time thinking about writing your thesis, but you spend so little time actually writing your thesis. Okay, this is just a point to ponder. Writing your thesis. You spend so much time thinking about your thesis, how to write your thesis. However, you just spend a little time doing the real work, actually writing your thesis. Okay? And then some of you might be fiddling with your LaTeX or Word, trying to get insignificant formatting details to look nice. Don't do this. Okay? You have to do vice versa. You can think about your thesis, how to write a thesis, just a little time, and then you have to spend much of your time doing your write-up of your thesis. Okay? So with that, thank you for your attention. Should you have any queries, those in Zoom, you can always unmute yourself. I try to answer all your questions. Okay?
Dr. Mazwana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Salih from Faculty of Plantation.
Mm.
I want to ask you a question. If the students are able to complete their PhD, because we know that currently is the minimum semesters that provided by your ITM is 5 semesters, right?
PhD, right?
Yeah, for PhD, 5 semesters minimum.
5 semesters minimum. 4 semesters, 5 lah. 5
Okay.
years, I think. Okay.
Okay. So basically, if the students are able to complete their PhD within like 3 semesters and having a Viva voce and everything within that I said before graduates, right? Would they need to still complete their 5th semester, or the PhD will be awarded after all the thing is completed?
No, it will be awarded accordingly after you finish all the thesis correction, complete
Okay.
your Viva, thesis, submit your correction, and then submit your soft copy for checking, and then we send your results to the Senate, and then the Senate convert you, then your journey is finished.
Oh, so basically doesn't necessarily to wait for the minimum semesters to complete, right?
Yes, but it will require you a special Senate for that, but faculty
Oh.
will work on that.
All right, all right. It's just that that's all my questions.
All right.
Okay,
Anything
thank you,
else?
doctor.
All right, thank you. Anything else? If there's nothing, I will show a QR code for module 2. Is it okay? Okay, give me time for me to change the slide.
Sorry, Miss. I am Mustafa Salim.
Yes.
The assessment we must be answer now or we can answer later.
You can answer later. As I said during the first session, at the
Yes.
you can do it later. You can just screenshot it. You can do it later. You have time until 5th of July to submit your assessment.
Okay, thank you very much.
So let me share the QR code first. Nazira can help to post the link at the chat box. So this is the QR code for module 2. So this is QR code for module 2. Okay, later I'm going to share for module 1. I think some of you didn't get the module 1 QR code. So this is a module 1 QR code. Those who missed the QR code for module 1, you can screenshot it. Okay, so if everything in order, so we shall take a break, a lunch break, and please get back. Those in Zoom, use the same link. We will start our module 5 at 2 p.m. So those in YouTube, you can continue use YouTube for today's session. So we will start our module 5 at 2 p.m. So have a break. Have a good lunch and come back again at 2 p.m. All right. Thank you, everyone.